Hey, welcome. This is the Baccannal podcast, a fusion of hip-hop, video games, comics, music, and nerd culture, all rolled up into one spectacular show. I'm your boy, Akil, with my boy, Casey.
Yes, what's good, everybody?
Each week, we discuss nerd culture while adding our Trinidadian Canadian spin on it. Today, we got special guests. We got Ashley Harrison in the building.
Hey, what's good, Ashley? How you doing?
Good. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Now, Ashley is a poet, a writer. She's a graduate from UNC Chapel Hill, even though I think she should have went to HBCU. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm not gonna hold that against her.
Wow.
Yes. How are you doing today, Ashley?
I'm good. I'm just chilling on a Sunday.
Now, tell people about yourself, because you have a book out here. It's very interesting. It has a very interesting concept.
Yes. So, I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill, and I'm a writer. I'm a slam poet as well, but I see those as two different things. And I wrote a book about explaining the Black experience, specifically mine, through The Legend of Zelda. Because I really like The Legend of Zelda. I grew up with Zelda. I started playing it when I was like 12, so it's always been in my life.
Now, which Zelda is it based off? Is it mainly just Majora's Mask, or is it a Link to the Past, or Ocarina of Time?
I would say no, it's not based on just one game. What I tried to do, if you read If the Hero of Time Was Black, is go through all the games. A Link to the Past, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Wind Waker. Some of the poems are directly named after the games, and some of them aren't, but they kind of hint to which game I'm talking about. Each poem does in this book.
Nice. I love the cover. It looks pretty dope.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Shantae. She painted that for me. It's an oil painting.
Oh wow, for real? That's hard.
Yeah,
and I see you can get it on Amazon. Someone pick it up. $13 Canadian. Someone grab it. It's a good deal.
Hey.
50 pages. So it's Oh, that's dope. Okay. Yep. And it's a 50-page read. That's not bad.
Now, Ashley, besides Zelda, what inspired you? Like, you're just sitting down one day, you're like, you know what? It's time to write this book.
Well, it's so funny because I wrote this book after I graduated from college, which was back in 2015. And when you graduate from college, it can be hard to find a job, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like when I was writing this book, I was reflecting on all of my experiences at a PWI, at UNC, and also just how I was feeling at the moment. So you kind of feel so sad, like when day to day you're looking for a job and nobody wants to hire you. You're just a college grad. So that's kind of what had triggered me to write it. And then also I had taught some kids fantasy writing and nonfiction, and they were like, oh my gosh, Ashley, you should continue writing about Zelda, because I shared a Ganondorf poem with them. Mm-hmm. And I was like, y'all really think, I was talking to kids, so I was like, y'all don't know what you're talking about.
You have to put them on game.
Literally about that life.
But then I asked my friend, and my friend was like, you should do it. So I was just like, can I curse on here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I was like, I'll just fucking try it. God damn it.
Oh, big words.
So how was the process of doing it? Like, did you find it more difficult than writing poems, or did it come natural? Did it flow nicely for you, or how was it?
It was a bit hard, because what I wanted to do in an ideal world is play every game over again. But when you don't really have much money, you at first just have the games that you have back at home. So I know I had Twilight Princess and I had the Wind Waker. Mm-hmm. So what I would do about the other games is I would watch them on YouTube. Yep.
Nice. I was about to say, gotta keep asking sometimes,
Yeah, because people be like, that's so weird when you watch people play games, but that's what I did. And I read on some of the comics, I watched videos on the lore, and then of course I read other poets, and I forced myself to write for at least an hour a day.
Nice.
Now, Ashley, you had a really dope theory about Majora's Mask and the different masks that they wear. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so, oh my gosh, it's so wild. Like, I love Majora's Mask, but I noticed something interesting. When you play through Majora's Mask as a Deku Scrub specifically, you know, that's what you're turned into at first, right? Mm-hmm. You walk around Clock Town and they treat you differently. You know, you truly feel cursed. It's not so much like you start off the game and you're like, I'm a Deku Scrub. But it's like the fact that when you're a Deku Scrub, you can't leave Clock Town. People insult your intelligence. Dogs attack, things like this that seem very familiar to me.
Sounds familiar. Wildly familiar.
And so Link, when he was able to get the mask off, you know, it made me realize this guy kind of has privilege because he can go into any race he wants to and take it off whenever he feels fit. So that was the theory behind For All the Masks, which is one of the poems in my book.
So Link is basically Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
And the masks are different genres of music that he wears. There you go.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's great.
Now, I never got to finish Majora's Mask because that game would, like, the fact that you're on the timeline or the world ends would mess with me and give me anxiety at the age of, 12 or 13 when I was playing it. So, yeah, I still can't play that game to this day.
That's a shame. I feel like if you play it, you should get through the side quests as best as you can, though. I feel like the best side quest in that game, you have to kind of 75% complete it, unfortunately. But I recommend people just try it. It's a challenge.
All right, I'll try it with my ski bass machine I have, allegedly.
What's your top 3 of the Zelda games? How would you rank it?
Well, of course, unfortunately, people are not going to like to hear this, but The Wind Waker will always be my favorite game.
That's my favorite.
It just meant so much to me, when I played it. I feel like, I feel like the second best Zelda game, there would have to be a tie for a second.
Fair enough.
Between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Because I feel like they're good in 2 different ways. And then I would say the third best game would be A Link to the Past. Because I feel like
Breath of the Wild's not on there?
What's not on there?
Breath of the Wild? Jeez,
okay,
didn't make it.
Don't judge. Okay.
That's all good.
I have not taken myself to a GameStop and purchased one.
Oh, no worries.
And I haven't looked at any playthroughs because I don't want to ruin
don't do it.
Experience when I get it.
That's a game that you want to just like explore and then just let the story unfold for itself.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game. It got me back into Zelda, to be honest.
Even though Ganondorf is a monster, but I forgive.
Yeah. That's a
mechanical thing.
Yeah.
But the best Ganondorf is when Ganondorf is the most human to me.
Ocarina of Time?
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword?
Well, he's not in Skyward Sword technically. Technically, his spirit is in Skyward Sword. Demise.
The spirit did enough work for me to want to fight him.
I remember him from Ocarina of Time. He just looked like a kidnapper, like same as Bowser. Like he didn't seem like there's much to him.
Yeah, he was a little girl.
Yeah, that's how I remember him. Off the top of my head, him just taking her on the big horse, on his big orange horse or whatever.
Ganondorf Kelly over here, just snatching a little girl.
Wow.
That's what I remember from. He was good in Breath.
I like Wind Waker because in the Wind Waker, he talks more so about wanting to take Hyrule because he comes from a land with limited resources.
Oh, okay.
So it makes more sense. Yeah.
He's not just snatching little white girls in that one.
No, but I guess he understands that, white women are the most precious pearl of society.
Oh,
so,
I'm telling you, man, Zelda's deep. Look at all these analogies.
It's a good game.
Right. So, Do you have a poem ready for us for this episode? I don't want to put you on the spot.
For real?
Yeah.
You ain't telling me have a poem ready.
Well, I'm just asking if you don't. You know, I can always edit this out. I'm just asking if you had one.
You know, I do have a poem.
Do it for the culture.
Yeah, I should do it for the culture. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I got inspired by Zelda to write this, but if you listen to it, it's not about Zelda, but I got inspired by Zelda. Does that make sense?
Hey, that's good enough.
Okay, so I did this in a slam. I'm going to pull it up because I cannot remember it anymore. It's so funny. I spend days memorizing things and then I just forget them. So it's called I Am Error. And I got the idea from Zelda 2, where you go into the house in the village and the man just says, I am Error. And that's it. Can I start?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right. I am error in all languages, a virus to any culture, and you are the white vaccine. Erase me, take without asking. We are lost without your guidance, missionaries. Feed on the recipe I left, vultures. Name what we have lost, Columbus. Leave me decapitated. Sell my skull as a souvenir, genocide. Plop your face onto my body, Mrs. Potato Head. Drain my fat into your flat ass, operation. Stuff clapbacks in your upper lip, injections. Use my womb to improve your gynecology visits. Marion Sims, I'm the dummy and you're the ventriloquist. Long as you have your hand up my back, I'm popping, Travis Scott. Lose at a video game as an excuse to use nigger with a hard R, PewDiePie. Thicken your stick shape with missing black girl weight transfer. Blackfished me from my curls and cut at the crease. Shea Moisture. Step on us insects and learn the way we flee. Dancing. Rip the shell from us bugs. Sell it as wings. Monopoly. Call the health inspector on us and move in. Gentrification. Kill us with smallpox and whooping cough. Call yourself the illest. Correct us and then say we act too white to fit in, white man's burden. Put our slain name in your poems, get 10s, Grand Slam champion. Reboot us to better your image. Reset, reset, reset until we don't exist. Use my dashiki as a head wrap for your dreads. Say the Vikings did it. I'm not in error if you wear me. Turn my words into a trend. Say you just thought of it. Cook my banana bread into a casserole. Add a weird ingredient that isn't needed. Name it Hood Kitchen. Don't mind me. I am just observing you correct. Destroy everything. You all correct heirs with the right expenses. Shoot a black child and pay the family for his skin. Fashion. Every pound to my hips turned me into a gun. But dipped in white became seductive. Our trash brings your community treasure. Get a Carlton or Donald Glover on your arm to armor you against our outrage. You backspace, backspace, error, error. Write our names lowercase and incorrect so we don't matter. I love black women for their curves and hair. Now available anywhere. Follow the instructions and rise a better me, easy bake oven. Why love black women ever again? When white women can bronze and tan, now they don't have to deal with our error. And error can be done right on a white mannequin. Stainless pearl. One size fits all, except the mule of the world. Error.
Jeez, that was dope.
That's too damn deep for me now. I gotta go outside and take a walk.
When you're talking about adding the ingredients, I saw the raisins going in the potato salad.
Me too.
Oh, man, I
envisioned it.
I saw the raisins going in. I was like, oh.
Oh, the damn raisins.
That was great. My favorite part was the when you're talking about every pound added to your hips is a more of a weapon, but then if it's white painted on it, it's more of a like it's a compliment. That part was dope. Woo.
Travis Scott, how much stuff did you touch on? Oh my god.
Bars.
Ooh, I had to hold my chest.
Good job. That was really good.
I'm snapping right now.
Yeah, that was on
You came hard for Black History Month. Like I feel like I got step my game up.
Yeah, man. I want to be like, oh, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, I was just like, I'll just bite my knuckle.
Look it up. Looking up to the ancestors, like, oh man, let me not let it make her mess up. That was good. That was real good. Woo.
Thank
You made our ancestors proud. Good job, Ashley.
Yes.
Please tell people where they can reach you, because you can't just spit fire like that. You gotta let them know where they can reach you, where they can buy your book.
Yeah.
Drop all that now.
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram, Alchemist Negra. You can find me on Facebook, Ashley Bosman Allen Poe, because I like Chadwick Boseman. You can find my book at Barnes and Noble. Just type in "If the Hero of Time Was Black," and the same goes for Amazon. And I have a website. It goes by AshleyTheAlchemist.com. And you don't want to put any www before that. Just put Ashley the Alchemist.
And in this episode descriptions, I'm gonna drop a link for your Amazon for your book. So when you listen to the episode, they can just click on that link and buy your book.
Yes, and I have a rap song coming out. I don't know when. My sound engineer friend is still working on it, but it's going to be called The Mayor's Office, and it's about me and my friend being mayors, and the moon is falling. Damn.
All right, now. You don't have no mixtape dropping, do you now, Ashley?
You said what?
You don't have a mixtape dropping now, do you?
We were working on one. We'll see what happens with it.
I got a mixtape in my head. I'm just too lazy to do it, though.
Get your shot. Get the bars out.
Short nigga, tall tales. Never coming out. One day. One day I'll go in the booth and get it done.
Be short? Like, what is it like to be a short guy? I always wanted to know.
Awesome. The height of the guys who cut the checks for the tall guys in the NBA who play the ball.
Pretty much.
It's fine. It ain't bad.
There you go, boy.
Everything's luxury to us. Everything's big. It's good.
It's easy to hide from the police. Great.
Went to the car show. There's this tall fat nigga went in the car. He's like, God damn it, trying to get it out of the Lambo. I hopped in. I was like, hey, this is hard. This is built for me.
They really do if you think about it.
He was like, God damn it. He was struggling to get out of the car. I was like, damn, that's a tough life right there. He's like, my knee.
That's right. You're going against the patriarchy in that way that values a certain idea of what a man and what a woman should look like.
All perspective.
Yes, very, very much indeed. Because I remember when I was in college, there was girls that would tell me straight up, they're like, I won't date you, but I will have sex with you because you're 5'7".
What?
That's crazy.
It was black women too, because I went to HBCU.
Wow. I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of whoever said that to you.
It's multiple women. They're just like, you're cute, you're funny, but 5'7". So.
But now y'all know what it's like, because how many dudes be saying that to some individuals, like, oh, your boobs are flat. Oh, you ain't got no butt.
Let me tell you the truth about men. Men have standards when they're around their boys, but when they're by themselves, them stands out the window. Girl, are you breathing? It's going down. Fake ass standards these days. We like, oh no, I ain't talking to her. And then when they by themselves, they texting it, hey girl, you know I'm just playing, right?
It's the same with girls too.
Is it?
Yeah, we're all people. It's the same bullshit. It's just insecurities from people. They don't care what other people think.
That's one thing. I've never had short man syndrome because of Casey's awesome ass brother, who's a music producer, and he's just filled with so much confidence. And he's shorter than me, and I was just like, if this guy's shorter than me and has this much confidence, why should I feel bad about myself? And I never did. So thank you, Clint.
Yeah, he still pulls girls when he wants to. So
all the damn time.
So he gets through the doors he wants to get through. Yeah.
Yeah. And the worst part be, I guess, is about the money.
You got to just use the cards you got dealt and rock them right. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So much tall people I know who are insecure about their tallness, and I used to work at Foot Locker. They're like, "Damn man, I can't get no size 14s. I've been wanting these shoes." Like teary-eyed and shit.
What?
Yeah, like, everybody has their insecurities. Don't matter if you're tall, short, fat, skinny. Don't matter. It's all in your head.
Yeah, but you just gotta own who you are.
I won't say it's all in your head. It's definitely society.
Society also.
Yeah, society reinforces that, but at the end of the day, it's up to you if you're gonna let society dictate how you live your life.
Yeah.
True. That'll be a kind of.
So be Clint, don't be Bow Wow, okay?
Exactly.
Short, be Clint, don't be Shad Moss, all right?
Facts.
Don't be that guy. Speaking about short people, let's jump into our Bacchanal news. Great transition right here.
Let's do it.
So my boy, 21 Savage, is now free.
21.
21.
Now, how do you guys feel about this situation? Because he feels like ICE specifically went out of their way and went for him because of the lyrics on the song a lot.
I'll let the guests go first. How you feel about that?
That could be possible. I also feel like ICE might be, excuse me, they might be trying to prove a point, like saying it don't matter how much money you have, I can deport you anytime. So it might also be that too. I mean, that lyric, I guess it was tough, but I mean, haven't we heard other rappers go in harder?
But how many other rappers are applying for a U visa?
True.
Because the thing is, like, my wife, she's a teacher and deals with all types of kids and Hispanic kids in general. They'll be going through the whole visa process. They're in court. They're paying the court fees. The court system is literally dragging their feet on the case, and the case that should take 2 or 3 months is taking 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And during that process, ICE can intervene and say, hey, we're taking you out. I know you paid all this money in legal fees and that you're in the process of getting your citizenship, but we're going to take you out. And the thing is, I thought they were supposed to be targeting people with criminal backgrounds, but they're also targeting people who just own like mom and pop restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Take them out. So there's some type of algorithm that they're using with who they target. Because they got some Canadians out here illegal. You don't hear about them getting deported.
Hide your maple syrup. They coming, eh?
Oh, I'm sorry,
ICE is ice cold, man. They think they're strategic, but they underestimate the culture. You know what I mean? They didn't think that we would all come together and support 21. They didn't think that they would back him with the lawyer fees. They didn't think that he would have that. They were wrong, and now our attention's on this. So we're gonna do what we gotta do to get this the fuck out of here and get it done properly. If they want to get people out here for crimes and stuff like that, that's one thing. But you can't just be gunning for people who are actually giving back to society and paying their taxes and who have established businesses. Like, so they underestimated, and that's good. So he's back.
North Carolina and Burlington, they had ICE agents at a construction.
Baby.
That's not the same.
I had to get it off.
So some people verified that they confirmed that ICE was in Burlington at a construction site, and they're posing as day laborers in white work vans.
Yo, you know what's so messed up? I was in Virginia, and they were like, yo, we'll pop that. We'll fix your tires. You want to fix this? You want to shine up your rims? You know, like, ain't no Americans trying to do that, man. Let them.
Yeah.
Trying to make a living. Like, what do you want them to do? Like,
and
you know what I mean?
unfortunately, that's how those people are, you know, so easily subjugated to being mistreated, because, you know, people could end up playing them for their money in the end. Like, say, I'm gonna pay you this, and then not pay them at all, and things like that. But, you know, when you don't have your papers because of the nuanced system that makes it so hard to become a citizen, you know, you run into problems like that. But I still think they were trying to prove a point, y'all, because 21 Savage is big, and they're like, it doesn't matter how big you are, what you own.
They're trying to make an example out of them for sure.
Yep.
But they underestimated, you know, the hip hop culture.
Now, do you guys see 21 Savage like being the voice of immigrants in this whole ICE controversy? Kind of like how Meek Mill is with prison reform?
I do see that. It's happening right now. He's already on the news interviewing, doing questions, answering stuff. And he was already, if you listen to his last album, he was already like transitioning from that ignorant shit only to the more uplifting stuff in his raps, you know? Even while he was with Amber Rose, he was opening up his mind to see other things and explore different parts of different cultures, if it has to do with women or different different cultures of men and different things. He was more open-minded than he was.
So you're saying Amber Rose changed his life?
It's a knife. No, I didn't say that. Before you cut me off, I'm saying like he was opening his mind to more stuff from before her, you know. So like he's really transitioned from just a knife to, you know, what he's doing, what he's saying now. So I'm happy to see that. Dude's like what, 25 years old? So when he got in the game, he was like 20, 21.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's great, but I'm gonna tell y'all for real, I don't look to any celebrity to represent or talk about any type of big issues, because sometimes I feel in the back of my mind that an entertainer is gonna do whatever for a check, and they'll only do so much.
Oh God, don't get me started on that guy.
Yeah, but sometimes the entertainers are good to bring the
awareness.
People's eyeballs to what's going on, and then the entertainer can say, you know what, I don't have all the answers in this, so let me put people in the room with me who can help to get this like done properly. So
T.I. does that a lot. I give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
T.I. does do that. T.I. has some other issues though. He does have some.
No.
I like T.I.'s thing, but sometimes it feels like peer pressure of people.
This is the same dude that made a trap. He's making money out of a trap house museum. What in the world? No.
It's part of the culture. It may not be the best part of the culture.
Hey, I'm going to check out that trap house museum.
No.
I'm giving it my 10 American. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so I'll ask you this question, because this is a good question that Killer Mike asked as well. Why is it that white criminals could be immortalized and we could talk about the Capones and stuff like that, but we can't talk about trap museums? It's still part of our history. It's not the best, but why is it so that they could talk about that and profit off of it, but we can't talk about, you know, things that go on in our culture?
You should avoid false equivalencies, because you have to understand that African Americans, no matter whether you're from the Caribbean, whether you're from the continent, or whether you have years and years here, we've never had a positive image. I mean, this is why, you know, 9-year-old boys was being lynched in the 19th century, because they're like, they're a murderer, they're a rapist. Black men have been pinned to this stuff. And also in his trap museum, I heard that he was not privy to the history of the fact that people like Nixon brought crack into black neighborhoods, or how the FBI had an impact on that. So it's very half-assed. You understand what I'm saying? And it feeds to a negative image. Meanwhile, white people, you know, they got everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare the two.
Well, I'm just saying, why can't we profit off it?
Well,
throw a logo on it, sell it on Amazon.
Because these white like guys were making music and they're calling it trap music. After a while, it was like some dance music shit. You know what I mean? So it was like DDC music or whatever, and they were trying to slide in and take over the culture of what T.I. and Jeezy and Gucci and all them kind of put out into the forefront, being honest and talking about what they were doing on the day-to-day before they got record deals. So I don't know. I think it's bad, and I get what you're saying, but I don't know. It's important to take ownership of everything you have and show that you've become better. But like you gotta. Yeah, and I understand what you're saying. It's like we're already looked at as the negative, and by showing the negative stuff in our culture, it's like we're looked at as a double negative kind of. But fuck what they think. That's how I feel, because they're gonna take that shit and make money off of it. So might as well. I don't know. It's complicated.
I can see what y'all are saying, but number one, where is the money for this trap museum going? Is it just going into T.I.'s pockets?
That's a good question.
I have to research that before I put my foot in my mouth.
Give my $10. I'll tell you that. I'm asking before I give my 10.
We'll be like, by the way,
find out.
And then it's just like, also, I'm just tired of museums not giving the whole history. As I said, like, you're gonna have a dark-skinned man caricature cutting drugs up in your trap house, but you're not gonna explain like the history of how drugs and the whole circuit began and who's really in control of it. Like, and also, you know, I've been thinking about this. Me and my friend was talking about, for instance, Cardi B's video it's like a twerk song, right? With her and the City Girls. Like,
all right, now before you get all them Cardi fans after you. All right, now.
Listen. It's cool. It's cool. I appreciate that there are people twerking and there's no men in the video, right? Stuff like that. Like, yes, ownership. But then again, it also raises the question of why is it that some of our interpretations of freedom come from the ways in which we have been oppressed, right? Like, I cannot think of a way for my body to be free except for twerking, for people's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it, but why is it that my mind can't think of anything outside of how my own body was oppressed as a way to liberate my body?
I don't think it's only one degree of I think it's like I don't think that's what they're thinking. I don't think it's that limited.
I don't think it's just that limited either, but I'm saying what falls into the mainstream. Like, it's nice for us to say that because we see things as everything that they are, right? But if you're talking about people who just consume mainstream, why is it that the biggest hits can only be about drugs? Why is it that the biggest hits can only be about the objectification of women's bodies, specifically Black women's bodies? It's still a question that we should ask at the end.
Yeah, but that's not only Black people. Like, magazines sell more than novels do sometimes back when those were in the primary forefront of entertainment in that field. Like, the magazine covers with the white girl on the hot rod was selling faster than and the Fabio books were selling hotter than the actual good novels with good content in it, like the Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fabio had his chest out and the long hair holding a girl. Do you get what I mean? So it's not only a Black culture
people
thing. It's a shallow
trash,
thing.
Seems like
it's a shallow thing. People want escape. It's a form of escapism first and foremost by culture and in all races. Like, that's not really like Cardi B she used to be a stripper and she's just taking what she knew and she's using that to move herself forward. But
in Casey, this whole twerk thing, that's just in Trinidad we call that whining. You catch a whine, and we've been doing that for years and years and years. Yeah. And then it came to America and they started calling it twerk. I was like, what the hell's a twerk?
Well, we've been twerking too. What you talking about?
We've been catching wine since how long, Casey? The 60s?
1954 was the first year.
54 was the first year somebody caught a wine.
It changed Trinidad forever. Yeah, but I know what you mean, but yeah, It's a tough thing. So I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying it's not just the one thing. I'm just trying to remember where we were at first.
Let's transition because we're at a good point right now because we're talking about dancing.
We're talking about dancing, so let's get into the Carlton.
So let's transition to this. So
no problem.
No, you do get. So Carlton, aka Alfonso Rivera, was trying to copyright the Carlton dance because Fortnite was using it and selling it on their platform through Epic Games. Now, they refused his application in December, and so far it's looking like his suit is being dismissed. So how do you guys feel about that?
So it's not only Fortnite, it's 2K, like the basketball games, the football games. It's Destiny's also doing it. It's a lot of video games take dances from people and they sell it for $2 up to $5, and they make money off of it. And these creators of the dances don't get any money from it whatsoever. So Carlton, being the richest, from our perspective, my perspective at least, he's the most notable person who has a lot of money to be able to back this with proper lawyers, who's been trying to fight this for a long time, and his application just got refused, which is a big blow in the side of everybody else who has dances also being represented properly to be able to get paid for these dances that we clearly give them credit for creating, and they're not making a dime off of. So I feel that it's horrible. It sucks that the Carlton dance got denied. I always thought being a complication because NBC, he did the dance on NBC as the actor Carlton, a character created by writers from NBC. So I saw that being I thought that was going to be the complication, but it being turned down for this is crazy. And the way they said that it got turned down for, I feel like it's not even that hard of a dance. It's just you step to the left while putting your two fists to the right, and then you step to the right while putting your two fists to the left. And they're like, anybody can do that. That's not a creative dance. That's not creative stance of movement. I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah, like it's only 3 steps or something like that. I read.
Yeah, they really belittled it in the statement. So
I would have told the judge who wrote that statement, all right, now you do the Carlton just like Alfonso right now. Prove your statement that you just gave.
Full of it, man.
So clearly they're just stripping us of our properties and making money out of it. Happy Black History Month.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but this Black History Month, I don't know what's going on.
It's been trash.
It's been
this has been one of those. This has been an interesting one, huh?
We got Liam Neeson. We got all types of wild shit. A bunch of blackface.
God.
We got fucking Mayweather breaking my heart, man. Like, what the fuck?
Mayweather never broke my heart. I always knew he was a piece of shit. So.
I know. But I was hoping one day he would just be like, you know what? Yeah, the Liam Neeson. Who else? So many.
We got Jussie Smollett. We're gonna dive into that.
We should jump into that right now since we're.
Do you want to just go out of order and go into that? Okay.
Breaking my heart, man. These guys.
Breaking my heart. So all these stories are coming out. You don't know what's real. So we're gonna say allegedly for all of this right now. So allegedly, police sources are saying that evidence suggests that Jussie Smollett orchestrated this whole attack. So the gay Tupac has orchestrated this whole attack.
Now that was a wild statement. We didn't talk about that in the last podcast. That like blew by us while we were talking about this shit. The gay Tupac is wild. Like him saying that is like, what the hell is that? That we should have been like, that should have been a sign right there of something's going on. And he was trying to say like, oh, my album's coming out soon. Like, listen to my music. He had like a link on his shit.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
He's
a singer. Yeah.
Oh.
So like, there's so many things that we didn't even notice that was like slickly put in there. And he's almost done with Empire. I heard he's gonna write him off. They're gonna write him off soon, off the show. Not that anybody, I don't know, who still watched Empire.
Last time I watched it, Lucius had a wooden leg. I said, I ain't watching this pirate shit. I took it off. Never watched it ever since.
I just don't
want
people to think that whether he is lying or not, or whether this has been fabricated. I don't want people to downgrade the fact that people from the LGBT community are very much face hate crimes for their sexualities.
Yeah.
And especially when they're people of color. I don't want that to downgrade. And, you know, I'm not going to feel bad for believing him because, you know, usually people don't believe women. People don't believe members of the LGBT community. You know, people don't believe Black people versus like, you know, if a white person came out, oh, yes, we're going to hop on. So regardless if it's a lie or not, I'm still going to support those communities.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to believe him until all the facts come out. But right now, it's not looking good.
Looking mad sneaky.
So allegedly, they have arrested these 2 Nigerians that he may have hired. And they had a bottle of hot sauce.
They look good.
They had a bottle of hot sauce that was emptied and that had bleach in it.
Oh, Lord.
You can't make this shit up. Like, this is a better storyline than Empire right now.
The plot thickens.
I don't know. And I feel bad for his sister because she has a movie coming out and she has to now distance herself from her brother because she's just like, oh, shit, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
I still hope it falls in his favor of his honesty. You know what I mean? But shit.
He was on Good Morning America this week, basically just arguing like, I'm telling the truth, believe me, for 30 minutes.
Damn. But what happened to the Make America hats and all that stuff? That got thrown out the window too?
Allegedly, they didn't have the hats. They just said MAGA country.
What?
Or they just said, yeah.
Because you got to be, all right, so here's how the internet works. People will believe a meme before they believe facts.
For sure, of course.
I can release memes right now of Jussie Smollett, write my own facts on it, let it go viral. Bam, that's going to be the new story. So a lot of that MAGA hat stuff was just memes and people talking about it. They didn't have a MAGA hat. They said this is MAGA country, allegedly beat him up, put a noose around his neck, and poured bleach on him.
I saw this from Amanda Sales' IG first, and then the writer of Empire second. That's how I got this news. So if they didn't even get it right, you know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. There's very little footage on it, because the thing is, you have like these websites like Breitbart, these white supremacy sites. They will take this story, which they have, and they'll add their own little spin on it. They're saying stuff like, "Oh, he was buying drugs, and it was a drug deal that went bad, and that's why he had to alter the phone numbers when he gave it to the police, because he was buying drugs."
Meanwhile, Demi Lovato be buying drugs, and her whole ass drug dealer get an interview.
Yeah, for real.
On TMZ. Never been arrested.
That was messed up. That
pissed me off. But the reason why he said he altered the phone records is because he was calling people like Taraji and stuff, and he didn't want that information leaked with their numbers. So he just had his manager number. So the cops are like, "Oh, these phone records are altered." And then you have like white supremacy sites. They're like, "Altered? That nigga was buying drugs." Or they're saying, "Oh, he was on he was like," they'll attack like the LGBT community. Like, "Oh, it was a gay date gone wrong."
That's what I heard.
Clearly just went to Subway. Like, he went to Subway.
They're like, "No, he wanted a foot long in a different way, bro."
You want a different kind of foot long, right? What's wrong with that story?
What was that? It's like nobody want to be
like, let him live.
saying like, "Yeah, I came for a dick appointment." I mean, I wouldn't even want to be saying that. "Oh yeah, I went to a dick appointment." You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up beating the shit out of me. Nobody wants to say that.
Yeah.
Regardless.
The man was eating the sub, man. The man went to Subway, damn it.
Yeah.
So the story's all over the damn place. I don't know what to believe. I'm at the point now that I don't want to say I have a lack of empathy, but I'm just, holding off on everything, emotions, everything until everything comes in. So I don't know what to believe.
I'm still riding with him.
Me too.
I just think the story got blown out of proportion, kind of, but I still believe the bare atom of what he said. You know what I mean? Like the bare part of it.
All right, so let's get into a hypothetical. Let's say that let's say next week he's on Good Morning America. I'm sorry, y'all. I was tripping.
Then it's over for him.
Yeah.
Then it's a wrap for him. But till then, like, let's let the other shoe fall and see what's going on.
Oh,
hopefully they catch the people that did it and they get properly put into the judicial system.
Now, if he says he's lying next week, we're going to have to do a midweek episode.
Yeah.
We're going to have to call it Gay Tupac. The Gay Tupac episode. All right, so let's get into some happier news. There was a Nintendo Direct that was last week. Now, Ashley, did you get to watch the Nintendo Direct?
I watched some of it. It was long. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I did. I noticed the new Mario Maker that's coming out, and also they're remaking a Link's Awakening.
Yes.
Legend Reborn. Yeah. Link's Awakening. Yeah, it looks dope.
I played that game way too many times.
I don't even think I played this game, so I'm pretty hyped to play that. That looks good. I am getting
the Skyward Sword remake.
You want what kind of remake?
I wanted the Skyward Sword. I wanted that remade for the Switch.
Skyward Sword? That's too soon.
They redid Wind Waker?
I feel like they should go through all the older things first before they get to Skyward Sword. I was confused when they remade Twilight Princess. I didn't understand that.
So let's talk about this game. This is originally a Game Boy Advance game?
Yeah, then Game Boy Color.
And they're revamping it into like an HD, beautiful looking over third person, like over the top view, same as the classic look, just all revamped. That looks great, man. I hope they do more games like this.
Yes, I do too.
Now, what were the highlights for you? Because for me, Daemon X Machina was a great highlight. I downloaded the demo, I didn't get to play it. And this Battle Royale Tetris game they have.
Hell yeah, I was playing that before we started recording.
That's free. It's completely free.
Yeah, man, that game is great.
Snap, you about to be beating people's grandmas.
Yeah, Tetris 99 is amazing. It's a Battle Royale style Tetris game, and I'm loving it right now. And it was free?
So what number did you get? One of my friends made it to 4.
Jeez. Nah, I'm at like 47.
Okay.
There's a nuance to it that I'm still learning. Because you gotta with the right directional pad, you could focus on who you want to take out. So you could focus your energy on, like, if you see someone kind of struggling and the gray blocks are building on them, you could focus your energy on that person and get them knocked out quick before they start sabotaging you.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, at first time I played it, I was just playing Tetris like really fast, and I was like, yo, what the hell? I'm still losing, and then I'm learning the nuances right now, and I'm like, okay. So I went from like 80 something to 40 something. I'm sure I can make it further now if I keep playing.
Okay, Ashley, you're about to say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just like, wow, that's impressive. I ain't never been that good at Tetris.
Go get you a Switch. Ashley, join the Switch family.
I know.
Yeah. So you gotta really think more. You have to think a lot more. Like, it's a lot more of your attention gets taken in. You gotta look at
$300.
You got it. You got a whole book out here in these streets. You got a whole book.
I know.
I couldn't even finish writing the thesis. You got a whole book out here. You got this.
True. I'll save up.
Super Mario Maker 2. I'm getting that day one.
Yes.
Me
too.
That looks great. I can't wait for that. I wish
I'm
it was
gonna
coming
get
out
Marvel
sooner.
Alliance. What about y'all?
Yeah, absolutely. Depending, I don't know if that's an $80 game I want to get day one. It looks great though.
Wait, how much is it?
Canadian dollars. It's that's 60 to you guys in the States.
Oh, okay.
80.
I know he scares me when he says that. I'm like, oh god.
I was about to say, I was like, you said the Switch was how much? $299. I'm like, yo, that thing's like $350, $400 here, I think. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, States. But yeah. Marvel Alliance I got to see first because that comes out the same time as Mario Maker, I think.
Oh no, that's not a good move.
It'll come out June, I think. So Mario Maker came up. One of these should get bumped to like
August,
April, or back or to April. I think one of these two games should be bumped forward or bumped way back.
Yeah, do Mario in August, and then do Marvel.
You want that first? I want Mario Maker first.
Mario's going to be the big seller, so make them wait. Yeah. So you hit them with the Marvel first, and then
that'll get in the way
with Mario towards the fall because it'll get them holiday sales after. Marketing, baby.
All I gotta say is Nintendo is just rich. God damn it.
Nintendo got it. They got it figured out now. They know.
Let me tell y'all something. I have to get this off my chest, man. So I made a meme on Facebook about Reggie Fils-Aimé, the Haitian president of Nintendo America, black.
Yeah.
I had these fools, black people, telling me that he's not black, he's Haitian. I had to log off my computer.
What?
I had to log off my. I said, brother. It's Black History Month. Are you serious?
That's
He's
why
like,
I don't go on Facebook.
He's like, this ain't Jamaican History Month. It's Black History Month. I said, let me log off.
Oh my God. See, that's the problem right there.
I said, sir, you're black. You know? He's like, yeah, I'm from America. I was like, being black is not strictly just black American. I was like,
right. We all got different ethnicities.
Divided and conquered. He's mentally conquered.
He's on that Jim Crow shit, man.
Yeah.
Because he told me, I was like, according to your logic, I'm not black because my family's from Trinidad. He's like, yeah, you're Trinidadian.
Oh, God.
It got bad to the point where white boys were jumping in. They're like, bruh, I'm not white, I'm American. Just clowning them.
Oh, God.
But yeah,
he's
black
like,
Americans, y'all got to do better. Like, I was talking to my dad. We were having a conversation. He's in the corporate office. And they tell him the same thing, that he's not black, he's Trinidadian.
Wow.
Well, okay, and to be fair, but you got a lot of people from the Caribbean talking about, I'm not black, I'm Trinidadian.
They need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
They need their ass whooped.
Or Dominicans, yeah.
That's yeah, they need their ass whooped.
It's the same problem, though. It's the same problem.
That's Jim Crow shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't let me in with those Negroes. I'm Trinidadian.
That's where the first revolution was from.
From Haiti.
Yeah.
I gave that guy all that information. He still said they're not black. I said they're from African descent.
He's probably trolling you.
No, you're dead serious.
This nigga's sending me homework.
He gave me question marks. He was like, I was like, it's a whole month dedicated to Black history. And you don't know this stuff. Here you go, sir. I wasn't being asked. I gave him the information. He's just like, nah, man, they ain't black.
They might be hurt because he light skinned, but
he was light skinned though. Oh Lord, colorism. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Any other games from Nintendo Direct you guys are gonna check out? Because Senua was good. We played that already on PlayStation, Casey.
Let me see.
That's the
Box
game where
Boy
they
looks
talk
like
about the
trash. I'm
mental
not
illness.
touching that. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what the hype is for that.
Which game?
Nothing else. Slaymon.
But everyone should buy my book so I can afford a Switch.
Yeah.
Yo, create a Patreon.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I should.
Just don't do no nudies now.
Or I should make a GoFundMe. Get Ashley a Nintendo Switch.
Yes,
So that she can be a real
I'm for
Zelda
it, man.
fan.
I'm trying to come up with a Patreon right now. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna show people a picture of my toe. Once you pay a monthly fee, you get a different toe picture. Man.
I'm gonna do one just eating stuff on YouTube. Just eating
with a do rag.
Yeah,
with the do-rag that matches. Those things get so much views. I'm like, what is going on? Or people take their mic at these super sensitive mics and they like make sound effects. Like they'll squeeze the bottle or they'll whisper into it. I'll do that.
Just chew on your couches.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have one where my mom just vacuums because she's, West Indian moms clean all day. I'm gonna just have a camera in her house, just having her vacuum and listening to soca music, and you pay $1 a month.
Yo, these are good ideas.
She actually writing this down. I'm gonna get my Switch. She gonna have a camera in her cleaning. Damn right.
I'm gonna download Dead by Daylight for sure.
I played that. It was fun on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game. Let's see, Hellblade. I already have that on PS4. I think I beat that a year ago.
I probably should. When I get my Switch, I should play all the crossover games.
You're kind of lucky. You're kind of lucky because you don't have to wait for the month-to-month games. You'll be getting Zelda, Mario, all these Mario Kart.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like a whole bundle of
yeah.
games on sale. And you'll be like, oh shit, it's lit. You'll have many games to play.
Real talk. Wait for Black Friday. Get you a nice little Switch bundle that comes with the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Rune Factory
my
4.
cousin told me to get one from the pawn shop, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Nah, don't do it. That's a crackhead Switch. Don't do it. Switch will have blood on it. Like, what the hell?
Sliding right off. It'll be all buttery and slide right off while you're playing the game. Why is it so greasy?
You go buy a Switch and they'll say Soldier Machine. You be like, Soldier Boy.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Like, you can play Smash Brothers on it. So hey,
once you hit the on button, it goes you.
Support black-owned businesses.
Yeah,
Yep.
for real. Like, yo, what you hating? You.
It should say that when you turn on the console. You.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That would be great. I would buy it just for that.
Yeah. This direct was good. It was all across the board, like all different types of games, all different types of age groups.
Yeah.
It's all different types of stuff. Like Yoshi's coming, and it has a whole bunch of different things. Anime type games.
Yoshi has a demo out for everybody out there who's cheap, just like me. Go ahead and download, give it a try.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that did hurt my heart: Final Fantasy IX came out. They wanted $20.99.
What?
Old ass game.
Why'd they put out Final Fantasy IX and then not put out the other ones though?
They just wanted to be like, I know you want 7.
Yeah.
Here's 9.
They started the thing off with 7. They're like, it's finally here. And they're showing Cloud and shit. And it's like, oh shit, they're going to drop this on? Final Fantasy IX. Available now. It's like, what the hell was that?
Hey,
they faked
bring me
out.
all the smoke. I like 9 more than 7.
I haven't even played 9, so I'll probably mess with it. See what it's like. Which one's the one with the soccer? Is that 8? Or they're playing that?
That's 10.
Oh, that's 10. Okay.
Man, they're playing like some Trinity street soccer in the beach. With some West Indian soccer. So yeah, I like 9 more than 7, and now 8 isn't coming because there's a whole debacle with that because they were working on several Final Fantasy games at once, and when they made 8, they lost the source code.
I was about to say I heard rumors about that.
Yeah, they lost the source code, and then when they sent 8 to America, they sent the Japanese version with no script. So the writers are just like, what the hell? So they made up their own. 8 is a mess. It's a fun game, but the process that it took for them to make the game was a damn mess.
Whatever.
Yeah, I like Final Fantasy. I like what's that other game with the Disney characters?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, I like that too.
I never got into Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Yeah, I never got into it. Looks alright.
Leave right now.
I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Kingdom Hearts was dope, but like playing it now, I don't know if I just grew out of it. Like I have the new one because I got it dirt cheap. I went to the dude bro, the whitest area in Burlington with the Elon, and them kids just be trading in games. So I got a used copy, $11.94. Holla at you, boy! I had trade-in credit, and the game was used and marked down to $45. So I just paid the $11 difference.
Yeah,
got a deal.
Got a deal.
Yeah.
Deal. All right, so we're talking happy stuff. It's time to raise our blood pressure. You guys ready? So Monique and Steve Harvey, this whole debacle. I couldn't keep up with it. Ashley, did you keep up with what was going on? I heard stories about she was like backstage talking to him, and that she said she was gonna hit him, and he said, "If you hit me, you need to bring your husband out here because I'm gonna whoop his ass." Big time comments.
Okay,
Real Bacchanal.
Now we keep saying stuff in the interim that keeps just making it worse. Hollywood know you talented.
But it's making it worse for who?
It's making it worse.
For who?
Okay, if you think it's cool, then it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not cool, Mo.
For who?
It's not cool.
For who?
The fact that we sitting here arguing like this.
We're not arguing.
Okay, we're discussing.
You and your sister, we having a conversation and mommy and daddy ain't here right now,
cool.
and I'm getting ready to punch you in your mouth.
Nah.
That's the conversation. Bam, bam. Right. I think what happens though is I've had to understand how to agree to disagree without being upset. And that's the thing. I disagree with my brother. I'm not upset with you. I love you. I disagree with the way Oprah, Lee, and Tyler did it.
Cool.
But I love them.
I'll give you that. Now, guess what we need to do to move forward and fix this?
Come on.
These people owe you an apology. You owe those people an apology. Then we can move forward.
The sibling talk, you know, you're like, I'm gonna beat the brakes off you, but it's out of. But what happened was she had gone on his show, and he was basically telling her to just shut up and take anything that comes to her and just deal with it, because in Hollywood, as a Black person, that's all that you can do to succeed. And having integrity doesn't get you a check. And so I thought that was really problematic. And it also just shows that we don't own shit in Hollywood, that we still got to fucking tap dance.
Why is she, like, my thing is, like, why is she running, like, begging for money from people? Like, create your own. And you got to get money to create your own, unfortunately. I think
worked with Black directors, though, like Lee Harvey Daniels and Tyler Perry, but she turned around and told those guys to suck her dick.
Yeah, so she burnt her own
Oprah.
Okay.
Yes, but those people was talking about she has an unruling personality and she's hard to work with. They basically blackballed her. So
what if she does?
Tat for tat.
And then here's the other thing. She's always going hard on all these other Black women, and then she's shucking and jiving and defending Roseanne Barr every chance she gets.
I know.
The hell?
Now, Steve Harvey, he wasn't talking generally about all Black people in the industry. He was talking to her and what she should do in the moment right now, possibly. Is that what he was doing, or was he saying this is how Black people should move in the industry?
He was doing.
It seems like he was talking about Black people.
You think he was talking to all Black people? This is how you gotta move.
Yeah.
Shut up and get that money, boy. Because I saw a little snippet, so I can't fully judge.
Do y'all know his net worth? His net worth is $200 million. It's like you should be making your own network or your own production company. Don't be telling Monique. Monique hardly got any money because she's been blackballed.
But she blackballed herself.
She just didn't want to go across the country with her own money to promote a movie she was hardly paid for. She was only paid what?
No, Monique's very problematic with some of the things, like her whole Netflix thing. Don't rely on Netflix. Do your own comedy special. Pay for it yourself. Turn around and sell it to Netflix.
The thing is with this,
rely on Netflix.
Okay, but if this was a Black man, would y'all be supporting him?
No.
Hell no. But my thing is, these two people are not the proper people for representing integrity versus money. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
they were shaky as hell. So like, this is a great discussion. But
Two
Steve Harvey
problematic people are.
But honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Regardless of if people say she's hard to work with, she needs to be more malleable to the industry or whatever. I definitely feel like because she is a darker skinned, thick Black woman, it is harder for her. Best believe if she was Mariah Carey, because how many times has Mariah Carey been told that she's hard to work with? They'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna find a role for you," and it's
They
okay,
still sue her though.
They still sue her, but her money's still pretty long.
Let me counteract your argument. Let me counteract your argument. Because I believe she is hard to work with, and they don't want to work with her. But on the flip side, you have white male actors
are told that they're hard.
No. Let me finish. On the flip side, you have these white male actors. Like I heard stories about what's that guy from Dirty Dancing? You can't look him in the eye and all this crazy shit, and you just have to deal with that type of behavior. But when it comes to us, we can't behave crazy.
Right.
We have to. We always have to. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Be happy that we have this position. So I'm saying that is wrong across the board, but there's people, like there's white people that get away with that same behavior all the time. Like Kevin Spacey's piece of shit for years, but he's now been put on blast because he's a pedophile. Not about his bad behavior on sets, because he has tons of bad behavior on sets, but they let that slide. But the pedophilia, they're like, okay, now we finally got to step in.
Well, actually, your argument adds to my point of just how much harder she would have to be compliant with bullshit because of
just kind of the industry, man. Sadly.
Yeah, that's why I just want somebody to give Monique a role. People can give. I want her back in the industry because that's clearly what she wants.
Yeah, but you gotta think about this.
Get a role and sabotage herself.
You gotta think about this. Is Monique actor that pulls in people to bring money to a product in this day and age?
She used to be.
But is she in this day and age?
No, what Monique needs to do is go on tour, small tour, pay for it out of the pocket, build herself up. Cat Williams does it all the time because he's always fucking them. So he'll do these tours, he'll pay for it out of pocket, and then he'll turn around and he'll shop it to HBO, all these different people, and he'll build hype through social media. And then once people like Netflix see that social media hype from the clips and stuff that he releases, they're like, all right, well, this looks about $1 million worth, and he'll be like, nah, HBO's offering me this, and he'll have like a bargaining deal going on. That's what Monique.
But why should Monique have to do that? She won an Oscar, and she's also already done a whole bunch of very successful tours.
Popularities. It's popularity right now. Even though like Amy Schumer's trash, she has the numbers right now.
And you're only as funky as your last one, like as your last hit. So it's like Monique won those things so long ago. People don't care if it wasn't last year or the year before. You get forgotten very quickly in this industry. There's millions of people who want to replace you that are younger, who want to get your
Dave
position.
Chappelle had to do that right there. He had to do that whole small tour.
Oh, one person at a time. Sorry. Guess what were you saying?
I'm sorry. Getting heated.
Sorry, guess what were you saying? Ashley?
I was just saying, look at Nikki.
Yeah. She's a prime example of this because she did do so much for like the BETs and the MTVs, and they're shitting on her too.
I know.
They'll be shitting on Cardi in like 3 years.
Yeah.
People are so fickle, man.
Once that City Girl comes out of jail and City Girls get it together, they're gonna be like, Cardi who?
Cardi who?
She'll be like, I put them on. And she'll be yelling and all this stuff, and they'll be like, why is this lady so angry? You got to keep making the hits. Monique's not making no hits. She doesn't have no stand-up that's making us want to run and pay for tickets to see her. She's not doing no movie for herself independently written that's like, oh shit, we got to watch this, download it, it's free, it's on YouTube. She's not making any product. She's just making statements of what she's done. She's sounding like Dame Dash, like, I did this, I'm making it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, you did that like 95, all right. It's like, what are you doing right now? Unfortunately, the industry is a shallow, heartless place, and we just want the product. And if you're not making a product that makes us celebrate you, people are going to turn on you. You're going to sound like a ungrateful crybaby. You know what I mean? So, and that's how Monique's been sounding for the past 8 years. What was the last thing you seen her do that was like Holy, Monique's amazing. We need to go see Monique in the theaters.
Monique lost it since she beat Precious, man. When she beat Precious,
that was her best thing for sure that I can remember.
And I hated that movie. It was depressing as hell. I don't
want to dislike Monique, but she's not putting out a product that's making me think she deserves the demand that she is asking for.
Well, I'm not going to put it all on her. You know, if there's any black directors that want to help her out, or any other black people who are more savvy to business or putting together like stuff like Netflix and stuff, they need to reach out to her.
I think they tried, Ashley.
Really? Where's the receipt?
Yeah, honestly, if you go at Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry, that's like the 3 gatekeepers right now in Black Hollywood.
That's the holy
Even though
trinity.
they don't want to admit it.
Man, Oprah, I don't team Oprah right now either.
Monique needs to hit YouTube, man. Just do Instagram. Just drop some jokes. Stay with the people. Yeah, she needs to hit.
She could do Patreon.
Patreon, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Patreon. She needs to humble up and do things like that and build her following back with product, not complaints.
So what she said about Whoopi was true. What she said about Whoopi, I will say it was right.
What did she say about Whoopi? Because I don't remember. She said so much stuff.
She said Whoopi is the help, and she doesn't do anything to bring up or help young black actresses.
But why is she trying to tear down Whoopi Goldberg? I've never seen her and Whoopi Goldberg in the same room that I could think of. Like, why is she bringing Whoopi Goldberg into this? Like, she's pulling her into the front too.
Yeah, black people need to build each other.
Why is she pulling her down? You know what I mean?
I feel like it's because none of those powerful people we just talked about really did anything to help her. They just criticized and critiqued her. Where's the money? Where's the deal? You can't just be like, you shouldn't be doing this. You, Oprah, don't just tell her, don't just do this. Give her a deal. Give her a show. Give her a documentary. But
that's like throwing away $500,000 on someone who's not going to bring back any money in an investment. It's an investment. It's business.
I would support Monique if she got something like that. And Oprah is plenty of rich. I don't want to hear it. People, it's the thing of like, why don't black people believe in nepotism? Why is every other successful black person telling a black person who's trying to come up, you need to pick yourself up from your bootstraps and you need to suffer like me? It's like, I want to suffer so that when you get to where I was, I can help you. Make it just as hard.
My perspective is building your own following isn't suffering. That's part of the job of entertainment. And showing yourself that you're a valuable investment is not suffering. That's showing that you're deserving to be on that level of the star powers to demand what she's trying to demand. She was trying to get
they did help her. She got an Oscar out of it,
and
from there she could have propelled her career in any direction.
And Netflix did give her a deal. They gave her money, but she didn't get
$500,000, y'all.
I know, but she still could have said, okay, I'm not gonna. I still have to work while I'm getting this. I'm not gonna just do this and be dead on the streets. I'm still gonna be touring while this is out. I still have demands. She just said, you know what? Suck my dick.
No. I have to jump in here with that one. Now, when you do a Netflix deal, you're basically selling your stand-up show. So she has to come up with 2 shows. That's kind of hard.
And she wasn't allowed to tour, now. Right? If she would have signed for it, she wouldn't have been able to tour.
That's what she could have negotiated. What comedians do now is they'll do a show from 2017, and then they'll sell that show to Netflix in 2018. And then in 2018, they'll be doing a new show, a new hour for 2018. And then in 2019, they'll be selling that recorded hour after it gets edited and fine-tuned to Netflix or whatever else in 2019. And in 2020, they'll be working on a new hour. So what she was saying was she was unable to work on that new hour. So she should have negotiated saying, I still have to work on my hour. I still have to tour. Because that's the blueprint. Andrew Schultz does that. That's what Kevin Hart does. That's what all these comedians do now. They put out their hour. They put out their hour. They tour it. They work on it. They grind, and then they put out their other hour. And then while that hour is on whatever thing, Netflix, whatever, it doesn't matter. All that hour is to gain attention and to gain a following, so that then they could bring that following and say, look, these are the amount of people that support me. I want to get paid this much to be in this movie. You guys bring the movie roles. This is what I want to do, and then they could play their cards in the movie roles, and then they get a movie role, and then they get their movie role hour. If you look at Kevin Hart, he does a movie, and he does a comedy show. Then he does his movie hour DVD that comes out, or Blu-ray, or whatever. That's the blueprint. Like, she just wants to be like old school style, get signed off of shit awards that nobody cares about. Like, that stuff doesn't affect us anymore. An award from 8 years ago doesn't matter anymore.
Wow. You know what? Regardless.
That's why Harvey was telling her, just do what you got to do. Yeah, I still rock with her. I don't dislike her. I just want to see something. You can't tell me I've done this so many years ago and then expect me to want to just give you money. You know, like for you to do what? That's like you're saying give Oprah, give her money. It's like for what?
No, but Casey, white guys do that. Seinfeld did that on Netflix.
Exactly.
Seinfeld sold the show.
White businesses, white companies are still successful because
people tune in and give it money. But people invest their time and they give it money. That's why people invest in Seinfeld. He had a show called Getting Coffee with Cars and Getting Coffee, and he sold that to Netflix. And he did a deal after because that show revitalized his career, which he put his own money into. He put his own cars. He went to dealerships and he got cars. He went to different places and he got them to say he can go do the drink coffee in their restaurants all over New York and all over the West Coast. And I watched the show. It's not a big show at all. It's GoPros in a car, and he has an editor that follows him with a camera. And he sold that show later to Netflix with a deal for his special that he was working on when he was grinding at the comedy show in New York or all over the place. And then he finally did a show. He sold that, and then he sold another stand-up show. So he had 3 bodies of product. He didn't just say, I want a deal. I want something. And then they're like, for what? It's like, I sold out so many shows here and there. Here's my resume. I've done this. It's like, but what do you have for us to work with? You'll see. It's like,
all right, so moving on.
Okay, do you remember the Parkers? Okay, but yeah, we can move on. But I'm just
I like this discussion. We shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's a good discussion. Yeah. I think we can all agree that Monique needs to hit the streets.
Yeah, fair.
Absolutely. She needs to have product. She can't just come out saying she wants something. That's why Steve Harvey, in my opinion, was saying, just take what you could get right now because you ain't giving nothing for what you're getting, you know? So and then build on that. But like, this is a conversation that honestly happens behind closed doors. And
yeah, that shouldn't be on the air.
No, I'm glad it was on the air because this gives people perspective.
Why we gotta let white people know about our business?
That's
right,
true.
And you saw all the white people
that's true. But it gets us
clapping when he was like, "You need to do what you have to do."
Like I didn't watch it. I just watched a little Instagram thing, so that's what I said in the beginning. But like,
yeah,
these are conversations that happen in the back,
right,
and that people don't see. So this is good for younger people to kind of see it and have these conversations we're having right now and build a dialogue off of it and not take one side, but take the best of both situations because it's a battle that Steve Harvey's fighting, even as people call him a coon or whatever they want to call him. And it's a battle that Monique is definitely fighting on her own independently, it seems like, unfortunately. You know, so it's like we got to see both things and take the best of both examples and evolve from that, you know?
Agreed.
Akil, how you feel?
Right. No, I'm good. Some happier news, I guess. There's a Breaking Bad movie coming out on Netflix.
Don't nobody give a fuck about no Breaking Bad.
That's kind of how I feel. Like I don't care about that.
I like to see the show, but they stretch the shit out too much. What was that show they tried to do? I couldn't even watch that.
Better Call Saul?
Yeah, man. It just felt like a tag along. Like ad revenues. We still got that Breaking Bad space. We got this new Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? Like
the story's complete. Like we saw the full arc of that guy become a villain. Like I don't
live dreams. So yeah, it's all gonna do.
What is it about? White people doing drugs, making drugs?
No, Ashley. It's about a school teacher who finds out that he has cancer, and due to America's horrible health care, he couldn't afford the cancer treatment.
Yeah.
So him being a science teacher, he starts cooking meth to pay for his cancer treatment.
And I was thinking about doing that when I was a chemistry major.
So
there we go. Real. I like that. Get your money up. Get you a Switch. Why not?
She'll have a Switch by next episode.
Yeah, too. We're playing both like Alicia Keys on the piano playing both switches.
Damn right.
Alicia Keys at the Grammys.
Oh, that Grammys was boring. This is off topic, but that Grammys was boring as hell. Like it turned into the CMT Awards. They brought out Miley Cyrus twice one night.
I came with Alicia Keys playing the piano on both sides, and I watched it in and out. I wasn't sitting.
That part was good. Everything else was trash.
Okay,
well, Janelle Monáe was lit, and she was cheated, by the way, because her album definitely should have won something.
Her performance wasn't her best, and I'm a big fan of her. Her performance wasn't even that great.
Yeah.
It seemed like they're just obligated to be there.
These people are more talented than the Grammys, man. The Grammys don't deserve a lot of these these entertainers.
Exactly what Drake said.
Yeah, Drake came through, man. It took a man down from the 6 to come true and talk to real, you know what I mean? They had to cut him off. We were vexed down here, yo. We were like, yo, what's going on? Why they cut the man off?
They thought they were gonna get Aubrey Graham. He's like, nah, y'all gonna get the black side today.
You gonna get Champagne Poppy. Champagne Poppy just came off Instagram, went on the mic. He's like, yo, why am I playing with these fools? I was like, what?
They thought they were getting Aubrey. They're like, oh, Aubrey's here to come talk.
Just got his beard lined up. He was fresh out. Got the spray paint sprayed on the beard. He had something to say. Had the Beijing in.
Oh God.
Yeah, no,
that was probably the only moment that I was like proud of Drake. I was like, look at Drake's like saying something sensible and real shit, man.
I dropped a tear and I was like, 6.
I'm still Team Pusha T. Team Pusha T.
Did you see the picture of Pusha T? When he's just grilling?
Was he just vexed in the
standing, giving a standing ovation in the picture, and Pusha T was just sitting there like, just looking vexed. I was like,
Pusha T is like, I still remember you had blackface on.
Yeah, for real though. It's a fact. We all let that slide, eh? Everybody forgot about that one. Holy.
See, that's the hashtag. What light-skinned people get away with. Blackface.
Blackface. Is it really blackface when part of your face is half black?
I feel like it's blackface in the dimension of colorism, not in the dimension of racism.
But his quote.
It's all racism, goddamn.
Oh, of course. But his claim was that
you guys don't understand. It was an artistic values that he had behind that picture.
But in entertainment, you cannot equate a dark-skinned person's experience to a light-skinned person's experience. Not even back then.
Why not?
Are you serious?
Colorism?
No,
because light-skinned people are seen as more attractive, more exotic to white infrastructure. Period. Like, look at Cardi B. I love Cardi B. Lord knows, I love that the stripper is coming up. That the strippers is coming up. You know.
Where the hell's Foxy Brown?
Right at the same, but she's not. Cardi B is culturally right now bigger than Foxy Brown. I hate to say, on a mainstream level. Why? Because she's light skinned. She's Dominican, right? She has all that stuff. You can't deny it. If she was dark skinned, do you think she would get away with throwing a shoe at somebody? Do you think she would get away with being ratchet? No. I'll answer it for you. No.
I think this is just my opinion for people to get mad. I think Cardi B to some people is like a caricature of what they think black women act like. Yes. And they look at that and they're just like, oh, she's doing that ghetto thing. All right.
Right. It's so hard to judge anything without the white gaze, but the white gaze is always there. So it's so
staring at you, boy. I was at the grocery store. Oh, white lady just staring at me, just hard staring
like
at me.
She's
like, can I touch your skin?
Yep.
Is it real? You're so
I touch your hair.
Wow. Great.
Man, that's all right. This is sad news. Well, it's kind of good news. So Marvel. Now, first of all, Ashley, have you watched the Marvel shows on Netflix, like Daredevil, Luke Cage?
I'm about to do that because I don't have work tomorrow, so I'll probably get into some things.
All right, so those shows have been canceled, and
wait, what? So I can't watch it anymore?
No, they're still there, but there's not going to be no more seasons.
Damn. Wait, is this like Black Lightning or whatever too? And Luke
no, that's CW. That's CW.
Okay.
This is Luke Cage, Daredevil,
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is still on the fence right now.
I did watch Luke Cage. It was alright. You know, but that still sucks. I like Marvel.
So Hulu made
right now. Hulu's talking about scooping them up possibly.
Well, that would be good, but that means I have to pay for another subscription, and I don't want to do that.
Find a friend with a Hulu account, and have them create a login for you.
Okay, that was good.
Ski mask. Thank you, Saga. You're a good sister.
I don't give a shit because Canada doesn't get Hulu, so fuck y'all.
Poor Canada.
Yeah, man.
Poor Canada.
I don't think we get it right now. I think it's still blocked. Gotta change the VPN and play games to get
Let's go off the rails here for a second, Casey. You're talking about Black Lightning. Have you caught up on that lately?
Hell no. I was done since they had that whole fight with the woman with the silver coming out of her nails. I was like, this is getting weird.
It got back good, and they killed off Dreadman.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. They should have just made him Static Shock.
They could have, but
Static Shock.
Yeah, they should have just gave him the Static Shock powers and been like, give him his own show and let him be like, I gotta go to Detroit, but why? I just gotta go. Gotta get out of this city. It's some cheap ass.
Mulder silly. It's just calling.
Yeah, something like that. He just has to dip out.
But the conflict that I'm loving right now on Black Lightning is he had to step down from his job because he kept disappearing. He's a superhero, so he kept disappearing.
Yeah,
he was the principal of the school.
Yeah, they had the
so he had to step down
and took him out.
Yes, and there was a scene where since Dreadman died, his daughter was doing a protest saying that that guy could have been any one of us. He's a student here. That could have been any of us that went down that path. And they're trying to have like a moment of solidarity for him. And the white principal's like, no, I ain't doing that. Y'all need to get y'all asses up, blah, blah, blah. They made him go viral where he's like snatching up a black student. I said, woo! I was like, look at Black Lightning.
That's funny.
They pushing the button. So it got to the point where they wanted the white principal to step down and they wanted Black Lightning to take his place. But Black Lightning's like, I want to take his place, but these streets be calling me all the time. I'm busy.
Streets be calling me.
What song is that?
Trey Songz. You don't know that?
Oh God, another one that I don't like.
Oh, who do you like, Ashley?
Yeah, you don't like Trey Songz?
Who's on the hit list, Ashley? What's the list?
Are on the hit list.
But I gotta go right now.
So,
you don't like that song? Come on.
It makes me sad too, because it's like, damn, who else can I love?
But what about R. Kelly? You don't like R. Kelly?
Oh God.
Robert? You don't like Robert?
Oh God. There's still a black man out there that's like, R. Kelly is a legend. He's like Stokely Carmichael. So there's still a black man.
No, don't compare R. Kelly to our cousin. No.
We need to get in this R. Kelly news right now because he's.
Do we?
Why is that in jail? Can we ask?
I think honestly, this is where we need like the gangs to get involved and just get him the hell out of here. Unfortunately, I gotta say it.
He's paying them.
We need to petition a bullet.
Y'all, I think he's a part of the human trafficking ring. And
he might be.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's bigger than him for sure.
Yeah.
Because he can't read. Let's get this straight. R. Kelly cannot read.
He's
not writing these documents, or he's not signing these documents. He doesn't know anything.
He's not only a client and a member. He's he's part of it for sure. Like. Something going
What's with these black men that can't read doing stupid shit? We got Floyd Mayweather and we have R. Kelly.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because they can't read.
Signing these contracts, locking themselves in for life with people. They don't give a fuck about them and they're stuck. They gotta make moves that, I don't know, man. They definitely gotta educate themselves though.
So this new sex tape is with a 14-year-old, so you went younger this time. And if you listen to our R. Kelly episode, one of the victims was. Oh, thank you, Ashley. We played the audio where one of the victims was saying during the sex, he was saying, "Give me that 14-year-old pussy." I think that this is the tape she was referring to. I think she may have leaked it.
Yeah,
who has a VHS player though to play these?
Well, they're obviously blackmailing him because he is, he's illiterate. So they're obviously blackmailing him for his money. And also, I feel like because you're seeing more tapes because he's ran out. Simple as that. He can't pay people off anymore.
Yeah, he's going broke too, right? So.
Yeah.
So he's going on tour though. He's going to Germany and all these European countries. Yes, he announced that last week that he's going on tour. Now, if you're a pervert, why don't you just live somewhere in Europe where that's acceptable?
Sicko mode for real.
You know what? I'm concerned for those girls. I want them to be set free. I don't want him to go anywhere and take them with him,
R. Kelly, I hate to say this, he should be dead.
Yeah, Ben said that.
Yeah. Said a long time. Since the early 2000s.
I've been saying that before Pepsi did Ludacris dirty, man. I was like, yo, since Ty sprayed R. Kelly with the mace, I was like, yeah, get him out of here, man. It's got crazy.
I wonder what was more. I think there's more to that Ty story with the mace. Like, what if he was like looking at Ty's like niece or some shit?
I'm sure it was something like that.
Yeah.
There's something more to that story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z cut ties with him after that. He's like, what the because you know how we are. We're always, sometimes we hear stuff and like, nah, they're just trying to tear their black man down.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we get that illusion where we're gonna look past all the evidence.
But then when you go into the green room and you're seeing all this fuckery happening, you're gonna be like, what the hell is
Yeah, exactly. Spray his ass with
Yeah. So yeah, it's a wrap for that tour.
But don't talk about Jay-Z because he might have low-key been grooming Beyonce, but that's a whole nother story.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Russell Simmons, his wife was pretty young when he got with her.
Yep.
All these guys, man. The entertainment business is a scary place.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh my God, Morgan.
That hurt my heart. I heard that they were saying that Bill Cosby's like liking prison life.
He don't know where he is.
He's like, this camp I'm at's pretty wild.
Yeah, he don't know. He thinks on a trip right now.
Poor guy. No,
he's like, Detroit ain't
bad.
so bad.
I feel bad, but I don't feel bad because he's old. I feel bad because he's old, but I don't feel bad for what he did because I'm just like, he needs to pay for what he did. But I'm like, he's an old ass man, so I'm conflicted.
Yeah. Well, that's karma, I suppose.
That's kind of like you doing a heinous crime and then you have Alzheimer's and you don't know that you committed that crime and you're just like a feeble old person with no memory of what you did.
Can I slip something in real quick?
Absolutely.
So, have y'all heard of B. Smith and what her husband is doing to her? So, B. Smith is like this black woman, right? So, she is like Martha Stewart's blueprint. So, she opened all these restaurants. She was a model. She was really famous. Beautiful black woman. So, recently, Alzheimer's has kind of taken a toll on her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I remember the story. Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
So now her husband it's so sick. He's posting videos of her suffering through her Alzheimer's, taking videos of feeding her, clothing her, bathing her. And not only that, now he's bringing another woman into the house while he...
White girl!
Yeah. White ting, you always wanted to try it. Now's his chance.
My God.
Sicko mode.
Oh.
My God.
Is that what sicko mode's about, Casey?
I don't know, but that's what I'm making it about. Man.
What is that?
I've been saying it all week.
Sicko mode.
Anytime I see some weird shit, I'm like, oh, that's some sicko mode right there.
Yo, off the rails though, if you listen to sicko mode, Drake gives you directions to Kanye's house from his house.
Yes!
Yeah, that's what Kanye was saying. That's a threat.
Yeah.
He's like, you take a left by the block. I was like, holy shit! I was like, this guy giving directions. He's like, from his Calabasas house.
I believe he's a bully. I believe it. I can see it.
He's a light-skinned bully.
Yeah, but none of y'all believe him because he light-skinned. But he a bully for real.
I believe Drake being the bully.
Yeah.
He is a victim of the industry. Okay, people.
That's why he had to be blackface. Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you bully.
Victim where? Look at that money. It's mad long. Super long.
Back to B. Smith. So her husband always wanted to be with a white woman. And he's like, shit, if she don't know, won't hurt her. If she don't remember, won't hurt her.
Oh, God. That's terrible. And you're like 70, bruh.
He always wanted to try a white woman?
Look, whatever you do, I don't know the dynamics of their relationship, but number one, why you gotta bring her around your wife, who I'm 100% sure did not co-sign that. Number two, I honestly feel like you could have just divorced her, and then you could have still took care of her and been divorced.
If he divorces her, they're gonna be like, look at this bastard. He left his Nubian queen while she's losing her memory. It's a lose.
None of that matters. None of that matters.
It's a lose-lose.
Is he still taking care of her though?
Yeah,
exactly.
he is.
Exactly. He is taking care of her off of the exploitation of his wife and his wife's money. Point blank.
No, but he's taking care of his wife still.
Yeah, but like he shouldn't be videotaping her and shit like that. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's printing receipts with that. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to say like, see what I'm doing, guys? Look what I'm doing.
Get that check. That's why he holding on. Y'all talking about gold digging women. Let me show you a gold digging man, right?
Oh, there are plenty of them out there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the hustle right there.
He's trying to secure the bag before he leaves, so he could be on TV crying, say, "You see all these videos, all the stuff I used to do."
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's printing out the receipts right now.
Yep. Damn, that's sad.
His ting is probably holding the camera.
Meanwhile,
his side ting is holding the camera.
His side girls is holding the camera, steady videotaping and everything. Yeah. Sarah, get the good shot, get the wide shot, get the wide angle, Sarah.
Not too wide. You got the raisins. The raisins. Don't show
my
the
God. My God.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, that hurt my heart.
Yeah, that's sad though, man. But what's he supposed to hold on? What's he supposed to do? How's he supposed to release?
Lose. He can't do shit.
But
okay, you can
whatever
you do is whatever you do. But why you gotta bring them around your wife who is suffering? And
she ain't gonna remember.
Crying about it.
Oh
that's
God!
Wait for forget.
Are you married? Are you married?
I'm married.
Your wife.
I'm damn near married.
For your wife, you offer her bad. No.
That's one nap away from her. I'm just joking. That's one nap.
No, oh my God.
It's a lose. He couldn't. Okay, this is all right. So the whole woman thing, whatever, that's their business. My problem is him videotaping every little thing. That's my problem.
Yeah, in actuality, we don't know what their agreement is in the relationship.
But also,
maybe she sat him down and said that.
I have a problem with the woman too. Why is the woman smacking her hand? Why is the woman petting her? You know, that's disturbing to me. Don't bring her around. Period. She don't have nothing to do with caretaking.
Oh gosh, she's petting her?
Yes, and smacking her
Black history is trash. Oh my God.
Garbage.
He honestly should just have his Pornhub and all that stuff. Just have the list. Have his list ready, you know what I mean? When those hard times come, just, gotta hit the shower.
Only 10 more years, my dude. You need Viagra anyways to get it.
No, this shit don't stop. Don't stop.
He drinking ginseng. He getting his vitamins in.
That's what
all right, the blood flowing.
Viagra's just an extra. That's just dudes being extra, man.
Damn right. I got a headache, but I'm still going.
Wow.
Got a headache, you going blind, but you still going.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Right. He's in a rock and a hard place, man. But him recording, him letting the woman pet, that's just craziness.
The only hard place right now is his penis.
And his side girl, she not even cute.
Look, I'm telling you, it's a fetish for him. He always wanted a white woman. Now's his chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
He met her at Starbucks. They striked the conversation, probably.
Oh no, he said he been knowing her for some years.
Oh, he been plotting.
Oh, okay.
Playing the long game.
Oh God. Oh man. What if she was a close friend to B. Smith?
Oh, that's disturbing.
That's even worse. Oh God, that's some Lee Daniels shit right there. That's a movie.
Yeah. That's why we don't trust. That's why you don't trust men. Can't trust.
What?
What?
See, that's the problem right there.
Don't be one of those now. All men are trash.
All men are trash.
So first day you're gonna be like, I don't trust you. It's like,
hello, ma'am. It's nice to meet you. You ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly.
God. Everybody who's like afraid of being single, don't even worry about it. Men just age you Just a waste of time.
Women age you too. It's a circle. It's a circle of fuckery.
Yeah, there's a lot of trash women. There's a lot of trash men.
Because if a trash dude gets with a trash woman, and then she gets away from him, and then she might become trash, and then make a good dude a trash dude, and it's just a circle of fuckery that just keeps continuing. Where trash people just, I don't know.
Except you're a man.
It's like an infection.
Wastelands. We call it
the waste.
Okay, in a patriarchal system, you're allowed to be trash as a man until
we're not.
you're, like, dead.
No, we're not.
What are you talking about? No.
You get AIDS.
Women talk.
My name's Akil. Like, what's wrong with you? I've been a trash man all my life.
Waste man. For 42 years.
Yeah, we call that waste man in Toronto.
Yeah, waste man. Nah, man. Women conversate. Women talk. Send out pictures and kill a man's whole career.
Look, let's tell Ashley about the stuff that goes on in Toronto. You have women called stick-up girls. They'll set you up. They'll talk to you. Blah blah blah. Yeah, come back to the apartment. You think you're going in for a dinner? You go there and two goons show up with guns.
That's smart as. That's so smart.
Don't say that. That's waste behavior.
So if I went on a date and I told the girl meet me and then I robbed the girl with that kill, that's okay?
No. Okay.
What? Dude, what are you talking about?
How
She's trash for that.
How many times do dudes just be sliding in your DMs? I mean, y'all wouldn't understand this, but all my femme-identifying people, how many times do dudes just be sliding in your DMs talking about, can I fuck? Can I bust it down?
And how many
girls do that for celebrities that try to have kids?
They go for meals. They go looking for meals, some of these girls. They just go on dates with guys.
It's a circle.
Exactly. We want a free meal because why should I give you my body for nothing? That don't make no damn sense. We're living in a capitalist society here. I need retribution.
You're making excuses.
Yeah.
Circle of foolishness.
Yeah, circle of wasteness.
No, it's
gotta get rid of those people. Gotta get away from them.
To think that a woman should just give up her body for nothing. The trash.
No, just like a guy shouldn't impregnate a woman and then she disappears with the kid and she's using that kid as leverage as a payment.
Okay, like, but on the other hand, dudes just be having mad children and leaving. You know, there's a whole bunch of sides to this coin.
Exactly, there's multiple sides. Yeah, and it's a circle of shit.
There's waste men and waste women. That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
Both sides is trash.
Toronto will have you messed up, man.
Not only Toronto, Atlanta.
No, I'm just saying, like these big cities. You're thinking you're meeting a nice girl and you end up getting robbed. And just like the guys, you think you're meeting a nice guy and he piece of shit. He steals your bank card. So shitty people.
Yeah, exactly. Buy some Jordans on a bank card or some shit.
Okay, but you have to admit that men are more coddled than women.
You know what it is, honestly? A lot of guys, they laugh at everything that happens to guys. Guys laugh it off. Like, if a guy gets abused by his girl, guys are laughing it off.
That's
you know what I mean? Like
masculinity. You should
I know, but that's what you're talking about. Like, women will take it and it's a more serious thing. Like, even in media, if you look at like media, if something happens to a guy, like a football gets thrown into his groin and he goes, oh, and it makes a doink noise, people will laugh. If that happened to a woman, people would be like, oh my God.
You monster.
The perspective would be different. So that's just a part of society.
Which is all fucked up, though.
It is fucked up. I agree.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, girls be getting these free meals out here. I ain't mad at them. I ain't knocking the hustle. Do what you gotta do, baby.
I tried to do that and they sued his ass. Yeah.
The restaurant won't let the dude leave. Like, where are you going?
First of all, you niggas get paid more than we do. So you might as well give up a little bit to pay for a meal. Second of all,
that sounds like entitlement right there.
Yeah.
That's entitlement. That's entitlement.
We paying half.
No, it's fair. It's equal.
No, I expect when we go half. We're going Dutch.
We can go half. If I ask you out, I'll pay. But if you ask me to go out, we can pay half. How about that? How you feel?
Okay, let's be real here. Let's be honest. When guys will see what they can get out of you for free, and most men don't work towards people. Period. Like, that's why you have so many women that don't have people to father their children. That's why you have dudes that just be having sex and ghosting. It's because men don't have to usually own up or do anything.
No,
But
man,
Ashley,
these girls gotta feel out these guys to figure out if they're waste men or not. They don't take
exactly.
the time. They go.
Men do what y'all let them get away with.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta figure out if it's a waste guy or not.
If you're like, I only want to be with men
married.
with degrees and have their stuff together. A lot of guys, like, if women put standards down, like, hey, I only want to associate with men that have their own business or have degrees or have something, you know, in paper that they're doing.
Yeah, or
I'll sleep. But they're sleeping with these waste men.
Yeah, they go to.
What are you talking about? It is those men that are trash. It be the men that are most successful. It be the men in academia. They be the ones.
Trash men everywhere.
Yeah, trash women everywhere.
There's trash women everywhere. And it's because society is forming people to be trash due to reality shows and stuff.
And these Instagram pictures and the quickness of getting everything fast.
Fair.
Yeah.
People are looking up to Kylie Jenners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it forms trash people.
Yeah,
so society is making us trashy.
Yeah, you got to take time and figure out who's who and what's real. You got to see what happens in a bad situation with a person, and then you'll be able to get a good perspective on them when their backs against the wall and how they act, you know, like shit like that.
Real talk, Ashley. Like in the 90s, we grew up, we had all these positive black sitcoms telling us to do this. And we saw relationships, how to be treated, what goals, things that we wanted to push for in life. These new generation of kids just have basketball wives.
Yeah.
Atlanta Housewives. Like the Atlanta
Housewives that image, and that's why we have these shit people, because that's what they're seeing is shit behavior on TV on the forefront. So they're just like, let me copy this behavior.
Basketball wives, homie. It's the
Real Housewives. It's the basketball wives. It's reality TV. It's Big Brother. It's Real World Challenge. All that reality stupid shit where we're paying people to be dumb and be ignorant, and we're just like, and then you're like, you know what? I want to copy this behavior because I could get a come up.
It seems like
just like that Catch Me Outside girl.
But that's capitalism, you know?
Yeah.
Profit off of everything, even the things that are demeaning and
absolutely
degrading. Yeah.
It's a momentum thing, and it's moving faster and faster. The pace of what people see as success in the shallow.
But I still feel like men are inherently all trash because of society. I don't blame them. I blame the culture. Honestly.
I'm not gonna say men are trash, man. But here's the thing, men. We have a privilege.
Yes,
there's male privilege.
Yeah, for sure.
Certain things we don't need to worry about. Like when I worked at a restaurant, I don't have to worry about when I leave at night that somebody's gonna try and rape me. I'm a guy.
I had those problems.
I don't have to worry with mace or anything like that. Like I'm fine. So there's male privilege. There's also women privilege. It's not as good as male privilege, but there's certain privileges that you guys have as well. You guys can beat up on me and expect that I don't hit you back.
Yeah, that one's fair. But you know, when it comes to domestic violence, it's such a nuanced conversation. Because, for instance, you could be dealing with a man who is bigger than you, taller than you. It's not right for you to put your hands on them, but I don't think they should be beating the shit out of you and then dragging you out of an elevator either. There has to be conversations about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All men aren't trash, just the ones that this is why I always tell women when they say all men are trash, I always say, what are you doing to attract these trash men?
No, I don't believe in that. You cannot blame
I believe in that because
it's what you allow.
Let me speak my truth. I had these situations when I was in college, and I was just like, why I keep getting with these ratchet girls who just try to get food from me and blah blah blah.
Ain't nothing wrong with ratchet girls, but
I had to take a step back. I said, Akil, what are you doing that you're attracting all these ratchet girls? Where are these places that you're going that you're attracting these ratchet?
Exactly.
So I just had to switch it up. I started going to the library, talking to
exactly.
I met my wife at a grocery store.
Yeah, you get
club. I just changed everything up.
You keep them from where you got them. Like that's what I always think. Like if you meet a girl in the gym, there's a good chance that she's always going to want to be going to the gym. If you meet a girl at the club, there's a good chance she's always going to want to be going to the club. If you meet her at the mall, there's a good chance she's going to be wanting to be in the mall shopping a lot. So,
Ashley, tell me a waistband story.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Oh, my God.
I
have thousands.
Give me one.
What part of the states are you at, though, first?
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what's the story?
So let me tell you the most hilarious one. So the most hilarious one to me was I had a date with a bio grad student, right? He wanted to be a biology researcher. Great. He was researching on HIV. Great. So he was like, I'm going to get you dinner and a drink. I was like, that sounds great. So I head down there after a meeting. Why this dude like, all right, what kind of drink do you want? And I'm like, well, aren't we going to eat first? And he's like, oh, no, I just have enough money to get you a drink. And I was like, well, I can't drink on an empty stomach. Mm-hmm. So then I go to get something to eat, and he gets himself something to eat, not me. Then his card declines.
Woo! Oh, he was being honest at first, though.
Yeah, he told you it broke.
This is great. He don't give me nothing to eat. No. He gets me 2 beers so he can get me drunk. And then when I'm buzzed,
he tried to take advantage of
you. You should come to my apartment. You don't look like you can drive.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
This is a student, right? And I could.
Where'd you meet him?
Okay, I'll tell you. I did meet him on Tinder. So.
Well, what school did he go to?
UNC.
So you should have went to got you a brother from HBCU. That's on you. So you should have got you an HBCU, bro. We don't be doing that.
You cannot sit here and tell me dudes don't do that all the time.
Because they get away with it from people, so they continuously do this bad behavior bullshit. Girls got to call them out on the bullshit and just get up and walk away and be like,
exactly.
Yo, I ain't
the minute he told you he didn't have money, but like, it's a pleasure to meet you and leave.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, or been like, why are we in an establishment of food if you don't have money for food? Like, that's just showing his decision making is trash right there. If he was like, yo, I don't got money, we can go get coffees and get to know each other. You know, like, I feel that's like different, right? Because you're trying to get to know each other, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also the thing of like women being told to settle for less than what they're worth.
No,
they don't have to. Do men do that?
Who told them that? I never told a girl that.
Nobody told them that.
You never told a girl that. But I'm saying girls are raised to believe this by their family, by their friends, by their environment. How many movies are there where Black women specifically have to deal with Black men who are trash, who don't have nothing going for them? It's like
that's why I got a problem with Tyler Perry.
All right, Ashley, let me counteract you. I think a lot of these stigmas you're talking about are put on women by women because we don't give a shit if you do your toes. We don't care about these things.
We care
about hair, all that. We don't care. We're just like, hey, bro, she got all her teeth and she smell good.
Confident?
She confident. She got all her teeth and she smells good.
She can handle herself without me being around? Oh, shit.
What?
So when we're both together, we're even stronger?
Bro, she has a license. She knows how to drive a car.
She can drive? She got her own job?
She got a job.
She don't need no help for a cell phone bill. Because imagine if mortgages came, she gonna need help with all that. You know, that's what guys look at. At least
a lot of the stigmas are brought on women by women.
Yeah,
guys are simple.
At least
I think y'all can't ignore your cousins who are low key trash that be with a woman so that she can build him up and then he can find somebody else.
Oh, we clown those guys. Tell them they ain't shit.
They're called wastemen. Yeah, we know that.
Family,
it's up to y'all. Again, women hold the power. Don't give.
It's true.
Don't have sex with these guys. You invited that guy's bullshit because the minute he said that he was broke, you should have said it was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Dip.
But then
dip out.
You're call me a gold digger. But then you're gonna call me a gold digger. Oh, all she want is money.
No, you wanted to have a meal, and this guy's like, I can't even afford a meal.
Yeah, you should be like, well, yeah.
You've been like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm about to head out. We'll catch up some other time.
We can get to know each other another day, but I got to get myself something to eat right now because I'm hungry. I work hard. Talk to you later. Yeah.
Well, that's why I would say for women and for femmes, right? For people who identify as women, whether they're trans, cis, whatever, I would just say let the guy do all the planning and stuff like that. You know, let them pay for your meals and stuff. It won't always be like that, right?
If he initiates the invite, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But if you're like, hey, do you want to do something? You want to go to the movies? Then you go, both could go half, or he could pay the whole thing if he feels to, but he shouldn't feel pressured to.
You're not being real here. I bet because both of y'all married or whatever. Y'all don't understand.
You two are trying to get to know each other.
If a girl's like, oh man, I would really like to get coffee with you or something, then the guy's like, oh, she's easy. I can smell that. I can take advantage of her. That's how got most.
I'm not speaking for all guys, but a lot of guys would be like, a lot of people would probably just be like, they'll see how it's going, and if the conversation is a pleasure, they'll probably pay for the whole meal. Like, but if it's going bad, then they'll be like, you know what, I'm good. Whatever, I don't care what happens at this situation. Like, if you want to.
Actually, I think you're giving guys credit, way more credit than they deserve.
Yeah.
Because you're making it seem like it's from like a predatorial standpoint. Most guys are just looking. They're like, "Oh, she bad. Let me talk to her." That's it. That's like the first thing in their head. There are predatorial dudes out there just like, "Oh, where'd she got a Gucci belt and this on? Oh, she got money. I wonder what I could like." They have like a hidden agenda behind it.
She got a chest. Oh,
What?
Or just them looking at a woman for her body solely. I mean, all this stuff exists now.
People have physical attraction. You're not gonna say people don't have physical attraction.
Yes, but I mean, you can be with someone just to sleep around, but you need to be transparent about that. And a lot of people are.
That might not be the whole thing. They might just be like, "Oh, she looks attractive. Let me talk to her."
A lot of guys are not like that. Let's be real.
A lot of guys are like that. They're just like, "Bruh," because you walk around Caravana, just like, "Bruh, she bad. I'm gonna talk to her." They are guys with other agendas, but a lot of guys are very simple. We're simple-minded creatures.
Yeah.
To a fault.
Very simple.
Suppose.
They're like, "Oh, she got boobies. I like boobies. Let me say hey." Let's see where the conversation goes from there. The conversation's all over the place. Oh, you like cheese? I like cheese.
She laughs at my jokes. All right. You know.
All right. That's honestly how I got my wife. It wasn't a matter of getting. It was just, oh, she's pretty. Let me strike a conversation.
Exactly.
It wasn't like, oh, because I'm not gonna say there's not guys with hidden agendas. There's guys that'll be like, oh, she light skinned. We could have light skinned babies. So
yeah. Oh my God.
You got that. You got. Oh, she got money. Oh, she could take care of this for me. Let me go holler at her.
Yeah, those guys are waste.
That's.
I'm liking this. Shit. What's another story? What's another story we could dissect? I'm enjoying this. If you have another story, we could dissect.
Yes, one more story. These are great.
I got another story. These are so bad. And trigger warning, because it might be triggering for some people.
Go ahead.
It's all good. This is Baccannal podcast. So
my grandma died, right? She died back in March of cancer. We don't know where it even started. That's a whole nother conversation, though, of the scarcity of health for people who are poor and Black. But anyways, so my grandma died. I just got back from her dying in front of me. So I drove back to Durham from after that happening. And this guy, he was a law student, mind you. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you want to get drinks and just like talk? And I thought it was cool. So I was like, yeah, because I thought this guy was really smart. He's a law student. We have good conversation. So I go over there and he's just having me drink.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. He's setting you up for failure.
Yeah. Because he knows the state that I'm in, right? I just lost my grandma, who is someone like a mother to me as well. So then I get too drunk and he was like, oh my God, I love Mario. You love Mario, right? And I was like, yeah, I got Mario at my place. So he's like, let's go play it. So we go to my place. And no, we don't play Mario. He tries to force himself on me.
Wow.
And so, yeah. This is reality. I mean, I understand what y'all saying.
There's a lot of piece of shit people out there for sure. Yeah. That's what we're saying. We agree on that.
Ashley, next question. What school did he go to?
UNC.
So what you're telling me is these Black dudes at UNC are sexual predators, and you need to talk to... Because you got to remember, that's the culture at those schools.
Right.
And frat boys is all about that rape culture.
Right.
You be talking to them HBCU brothers.
Huh. We'll see, huh?
Because it seems like you need to change your behavior and stay away from them rapers at them white schools. Because I don't know what's going on there.
And like saying,
a lot of
you should have wore something different that night.
No.
I'm just saying those dudes are rapey at that school. I'm just making a light of a dark situation. At the end of the day, I'm just saying that the guys at that school seem kind of sketchy, and I would just.
The thing that I'm noticing as a constant in your stories is like what attracts you to the guy is what his major is. Like you're like he's doing this. It's an educated major, and he seems so. I'll go out on a date with him. You should judge them by things that you see that their actions before taking it to the step of actually going to get drinks or going on making moves like that. Like, talk to them for a little bit and see what their standpoints are on things and see how they feel and see how they react to different things that you say before taking it to another level.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Before, so you could say like, yeah, because from the two stories, that's the one thing I noticed. You're like, they're both they take this good course, and they should that course doesn't mean they're like good people,
Right.
So then that's good that you learn that though, because
that's one thing I saw too. Try to be in a situation where there's no alcohol and see how they feel about it. Because if there's no alcohol and you see that they're like antsy and they're just like upset, like, damn, I can't get her drunk, you'll know that their intentions are on some other shit.
And all other ladies should be taking notes too on this. And don't take things from strangers.
Yeah,
exactly. My first day with my wife, we went and saw How to Train the Dragon.
Oh, that's so cute.
No drinks, no alcohol. We saw a movie, and then we had a conversation, and that was it. We went for drinks on like the second date, but the first date was just talking, getting to know. I think we played. We went to like an arcade. We played games and we did putt-putt.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we went to the movies and saw How to Train the Dragon. No alcohol. Second date had alcohol. Once I knew, like, oh, she's not a crazy person.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's some helpful tips.
What do you have to say for these men that they be going over anyone's house without thinking about their safety, just to get?
They're horny, and that's how men are. They're very one-track mind.
And the wolves know that too, and that's how a lot of these guys get robbed. So they got to think about it. Yeah, it's very dangerous. A lot of guys get robbed like that by thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get it wet." Yeah, and they're running into a situation like an idiot without knowing the girl.
That's how Romeo from Steve Harvey show died back in the 90s.
Oh, word.
It was a stick-up girl situation. He thought he was going to have sex with her. He was going back to her place, and he met her boyfriend and some other guys, and they robbed him, and the gun, I guess, misfired and shot him.
See, there you go.
So that's a lesson to y'all, too.
Yeah, exactly. Guys got to learn a lot of lessons from these girls, from people, from situations. But...
I'm like, should I give my waist woman story?
Go ahead. I want to hear. Let's go.
Okay, so I was dating this girl for 2 years. Wow. Whenever we dated, she only wanted me to buy groceries for her all the time.
Good Lord.
Never had groceries.
Yeah.
So I was always buying groceries for her.
Damn.
Whenever there was like a big party, like let's say CIAA or something would happen, she'll break up with me, then disappear, and then get back with me after that. So I guess that was kind of like her way of like, it's not cheating when you're broken up. Mm-hmm. So the final straw to me was like, she was also a mental terrorist. She'll always, because she was taller than me, she'll be like, "Oh, you a short nigga," blah blah blah.
Try to break your self-esteem.
She felt like she was trying to break my self-esteem.
Yeah.
So she could get me to keep buying her groceries. So my final straw with her was she was telling me that one time that she gave a dude oral sex for money.
Prostitute.
So I told her, I was like, "Oh, so you did like," I was like, "Oh, so you did like prostitution work back then?" She's like, "No, I had to do what I gotta do, blah blah blah." I'm like, "But you're not broke." I was like, "Your parents have money." I was like, "You have daddy issues because your dad's a cop." I was like, "You did that out of rebellion. You didn't do that out of scratching and surviving. You did that out of rebellion. It wasn't just a situation where you had no food on the table. Like, you just did that to be rebellious, so you're a prostitute." "No, I'm not. I'm being liberated and this and that." I'm like, not really.
Well,
you did it for money.
Wrong with prostitution. Yeah, shame sex workers.
Not when he's his girlfriend and they didn't have that agreement that she's doing that job while they're dating. Okay. She just comes up with it out of nowhere, like, "Yeah, I'm doing this now." It's like, what? You're doing it already?
So I was
that brings complication. If she was doing that before they were talking, and she's like, "Look, this is what I do," and he gets that from the beginning, that's different. But
here's the thing: she's very judgmental. She talks about these Cardi B's and all these people and talks down on them. What? Makes Facebook posts. She's very self-righteous, like holier than thou. But I'm just like, you're looking down and bad talking all these people for their come up when you were doing worse. You're giving prostitution for money, so. How are you going to look down on these people? I don't know. It seems like she had her own self-hate and her own issues.
That sounds like internalized misogyny. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was another one that she felt that she's like, well, you were looking to get something out of me. And I was like, no. I was just having conversation. I was like, honestly, you came at me with the standpoint of, she came at me with a predator standpoint now that I look back at it, because she used to see all the clothes. I used to dress all fancy. So she just assumed I had money and that I could afford to buy her groceries. And I was working at Sam's Club. So she's like, bam, groceries. So
I see your point.
So there's waste women out there.
Absolutely.
Her last words to me because I broke up, I was like, yeah, I can't deal with you and your crazy shit. She's like, good, don't come crawling back, and you better not get with a white girl. I said, okay. That was her last words to me. She told me, don't come crawling back, and you better not get with a white girl.
You remember verbatim.
Yep. And I said, duly noted. And to this day, she still sends me random messages on Facebook talking about how's life and stuff.
She's a psycho.
Wow.
Yep. She's a psychologist now.
Oh, wow. I was close.
Yeah. You got her. She's finishing her PhD. The other time I saw her online, I was like, and that to me is kind of like the stereotype where psychiatrists are crazy themselves, kind of like we saw in The Punisher. I was like, she's just fulfilling a negative stereotype for psychiatrists because she's the one that needs the help, but she's trying to give the help to people.
Well, maybe she's changed. Pray up.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's grown from the situation, but
I hope so. I hope so, and I don't really care
exactly.
That's right. That's right. You have now. You happy.
Not stressing me, but yeah, it got to the point where I used to be so stressed because she used to stress me out over dumb shit that I got alopecia and I lost like a patch of hair from my head.
Holy.
Yep. So that's when I was just like, between that and the prostitution, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, waste gal.
Yeah.
Waste.
Yep.
She's still turning tricks online, probably right now. Because she's always writing, men are trash, blah blah blah. I'm like, you're trash too. You're part of the cycle. Because after we broke up, I almost became trash. I was at the point where they ain't shit, blah blah blah. I'm about to go run game on these hoes, and then I took a step back and I was like, wait a second, I'm no better if I do some stupid shit like that.
Right, and you want to grow and you want to continue to be a
Yep, so as I said, that's how the circle continues.
Yeah.
I could have became a waste man and continued that. But I took a step.
Sounds like a commercial. Like, I was almost a waste man too until I did that.
Yeah, it pretty much is like Breaking Bad. Like, I almost became a villain. He almost turned me into a villain. And I had to take a step back and I was like, that's not me.
Yeah.
So
the ancestors pulled you back.
Exactly.
Stokely Carmichael's like, don't do it.
Exactly.
I love that guy. He's on my cover. I love Kwame Ture, aka Stokely Carmichael.
Yeah, that's me and Casey's cousin, man. Trinidad.
Yeah.
Lucky. I wish he was my cousin.
Well, it's not like we got to meet the guy, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, blood type.
Yeah. I was little doing a research paper and I was on something and my dad was like, see the guy in the back? That's your cousin. I'm like, what the hell?
He was
him. Like, okay.
Amazing. I also, when I was writing If the Hero of Time Was Black, I was also listening to his speeches. I read one of his books. I can't remember. It was like the manifesto of something.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah.
You should check out his books.
All right, one more topic. Let's do something happy because we got some this episode. So, happy news. Nickelodeon is reviving All That. And Carlton's going to be the executive producer.
Woo-hoo.
So, good news. And they're also bringing back Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay, that's a show I know. The other one
they didn't have All That in Canada.
Nope.
Yeah, you guys didn't have that.
I'm looking at this like, who are these people?
That was a classic. I remember because when I was living in Canada, I would go to the States. I'd go to New York and stuff every once in a while to see my aunt and watch it. I'll watch Nickelodeon. And I'll be like, man, these shows are great. Then I'll go back to Canada and watch this corny Canadian YTV.
Yeah, trash.
Oh, that was terrible. It's like, hey, we're going on adventures, It was so corny. They'll have like one token black guy in every show.
They had one dope show. It was like a video game show where three contestants were playing a video game, battling each other, and had a winner and shit like that. That was like the best show it had. Other than that, it was pretty bad.
It was bad, man. They didn't have the nuance of like Nickelodeon and all the Alex Max and the Keenan and Kel. They didn't have shows like that. They would grab like reruns of Buffy. I remember they showed Buffy.
Yeah.
But everything else was like original Canadian television. And it was
can't
bad.
relate. I ain't never grown up in Canada, you know.
Yeah, that shit was sad.
So these shows were good though? These
very great.
Yeah, and I think it gives the opportunity for us to see more young talent. Because that's what I've noticed. There's so many reality shows. You can't see any more young actors anymore coming up. I feel like that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, the young talent seems like they go straight to the movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it seems like it. Well, that little boy from Blackish, like, he's very talented. Honestly, if they do a live action Miles Morales Spider-Man, I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, I can see that.
For sure.
He's a very talented kid, that young boy. So I'm all for it. I'm all for Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm not sure if it's going to be as scary as it was, because that show was scarier than Goosebumps. It was on some real horror on that show.
I think Are You Afraid of the Dark was a Canadian show.
It was a Canadian show, and then it got ported to. That was one thing Canada did right. Was Are You Afraid of the Dark? Nickelodeon's like, they're like, that was kind of good. Let's go snatch that. They went and colonized it.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and snatch that from you Canadians, eh? So
that's good. They're bringing it back. Are they putting it straight to television, or is it going straight to the theaters?
No, it's television. It's going to be like a TV show, like a variety type thing. It's going to be kind of like SNL for kids.
Oh, okay. That's good. And you'll see it's like the Disney Channel, what they used to have with like the Britney Spears and all that type.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a comedy.
Yeah, that's necessary. It's definitely necessary to build
because all that, I know you're not familiar with it. When it first premiered, they had TLC singing the hook.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how big all that. And they'll have musical guests every week. They had Craig Mack. Pretty much every big like rap artist from the 90s was on all that singing.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
I'm not sure they're gonna bring that same level of fire,
right?
Because all that has some they had Outkast, like big names and like hip hop legends were on that show.
We didn't even have that on Much Music. No. Let alone my TV.
Much you watching all that, you're like, is that Biggie? Is that Craig Mack?
Yeah,
is that TLC
none of that.
Singing the hook? So like, if you look back on all that, like, it's a monumental show. Like, what other show right now, like, you can think of that's gonna have somebody like TLC singing the hook?
Yeah.
No, none. I can't think of any.
We used to have to bootleg it from Buffalo to get to see American channels.
They can get Normani to sing the intro.
Man, they're gonna have some corny Nickelodeon. It's gonna be like Chandler Breeze. You'd be like, what the hell's a Chandler? So there's gonna be some corny white kid doing hip hop singing the hook now.
Oh god. They're gonna get Igaloo Australia.
Oh Lord, ain't nobody listening. They're gonna find some random. What's that girl from Wild 'N Out? That white girl with the red hair that tries to rap
from MTV.
Yeah, Justine something. They're gonna have her sing the hook. Wow.
Oh God. Please.
No, I feel like K-pop has been taking over. They're gonna have a K-pop artist probably, huh? It's possible. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, K-pop is nice.
BTS or they're very big now. So that'll be dope.
Yeah.
Ashley, anything else you want to get off your chest?
Yeah.
Drop off the call.
I would like to address.
Let's do it.
All right.
I would like you all to stop using the word female to address women. Now, if you want to use it as an adjective, I think that might be okay. Because I think it's hard right now to decide how do you describe someone's gender. I think we're still all trying to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
How do you where did these words come from and things like this? But female has always historically, especially from men, been used in a negative sense, like, oh, those females, you females, all you females care about is your nails and your hair. She's the female, you know?
I feel when guys say it like that in the derogatory form, it's like it's a waste man to say it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, when you say female, I think context is key. If you're talking about the male organ, female organs, bam. But if you're saying, as you said, y'all females out here bugging, whenever I see guys use the word female in that kind of tone or that text, they're usually pieces of shit.
Yeah, man. But I don't want to offend. If you want to cut the word female out, but what's the origin of female? What put the negative? What's the origin of it to you?
Well,
first? Let's break the atom.
The reason it's negative for me is because number one, you don't really hear people say male too much when they talk about men. Number two, you did have a point where you said biology, right? It relates to biological sex, but we have people who are women and they're not biologically female, right? So you want to accommodate for those people too, because who's to say they're not women just because they don't have certain sexual organs? The fact that
you can say the person that identifies as female, you just add that context to it.
You could. Yeah, you could do that, but
I don't know. I'm just like, don't make it too complicated.
Yeah, it made me cringe because usually it's used in a very subordinate way.
My thing is, we should take away the power from those guys when they say it in that way. Because to me, like you said, when they say female, I see it from a male perspective where a guy is kind of looking down and kind of like an ownership type of view that they have on them when they use it in that context. And that to me, I don't know. Yeah, it's usually wastemen. It's usually drug dealers and wastemen using that shit. Females out here bugging, boss.
Yeah.
That don't even feel right to say these females out here.
Yeah, no.
But dudes be saying that. Like, how many times have you heard what's that milk dud looking dude? Tyrese.
Black? I don't know. Oh, Tyrese, okay.
How many times you heard Tyrese say, "You females, your ass don't match your thighs"?
I don't even listen to that guy. I remember he was doing some Facebook.
Remember when black women were trying to make Tyrese a prophet? Remember
that? That's what I'm talking about. When he had those Facebook bullshit quotes, I was like, turn this shit off, man. What is this?
Gosh.
Again,
no actor.
Check this right here, Ashley. Women give men power.
Yeah.
Women empowered Tyrese by giving him views.
They sharing that shit like crazy.
Sharing that bullshit he was saying.
Okay.
Take away the power from the word female.
Tyrese. Yeah, I feel you. I agree.
Take away the power. When they say, I don't even know how you go about taking away the power, but I won't even give those guys any mind. Like,
no energy.
Honestly, the guys that say female are probably going home to their hand to masturbate.
That's right. They got
these females bugging.
Be a naked woman. That's right. Facts.
So sorry, but yeah.
I got breaking news I want to hit y'all with before Ashley leaves. I want Ashley on this topic.
Cool.
So this broke actually yesterday. I missed it. Tekashi 6ix9ine is to receive no jail time and be in witness protection with full cooperation.
Oh yes.
That was released yesterday at 4:41 p.m.
Yep.
What? He was released?
No, he's not released, but this information has been released.
Oh, okay.
That he's going to get no jail time and be in witness protection with full cooperation. He's going to fully cooperate and snitch. So how do you feel about this whole situation about Tekashi 6ix9ine? I know you have some words. So.
I don't like him, so I don't care what happens to him. But it's funny that he's used a lot of black men to get to where he is.
Mm-hmm.
As expected.
And now he's scared because he's just like, oh shit, this black thing's kind of scary when you're trying to imitate that thug life.
Yeah, he's not going to have the same career he had because they're going to try
to kill
him.
I don't know. He might be all right.
Because his fan base is predominantly like white kids.
Who don't give a fuck about if he's real or fake.
Because the black people aren't really buying his music because he's young, easily impressionable white suburban kids. They're just like, he's cool anyways.
Well, it's not only white kids, but it's just that younger audience. It's like that 9-year-old to.
Well, who has the money to buy it though, Casey?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's who's buying it. The 9 to 16-year-olds. They don't care if he's real or fake. They just want that entertainment. And as long as he keeps putting out good tracks, I think people are still gonna mess with him. He'll be in Middle America or in some place that we don't know where he is. So up north. You know what I mean? But he'll probably still put out music, and people will probably, because people are dying to hear what he has to say. I'm sure. So if he puts out a hot 16, unfortunately, I think people are gonna mess with it.
People are very fickle, man. Like, as long as the music is quote unquote bumping or hot, you can do whatever you want. You can molest kids.
Now the older heads are gonna be like, nah, man, he's done. Like, he's not gonna make it out here. But They're like, a lot of people don't realize the disrespect that black culture gets in the gang world and in the real world. You know what I mean? So like, like all these gangs aren't going to be able to touch him. He's going to be protected by so much people because he's going to be giving up so much names. He's getting so many cops, like their jobs are going to be they're going to be doing so well promotion wise. He's going to be fine. Unfortunately, in this world.
They're saying that he was originally facing 47 years behind bars, if convicted, but since he's willing to testify against everybody, the polarizing rapper could be released as early as January 2020.
It's a messed up thing too, because like all the people that he was coming up with that ended up extorting him, and he was trying to take advantage of him. They were back and forth. They were all threatening to kill him and his mom and his family. So he's put in a predicament. If he stays true and he doesn't snitch and he goes to jail, he's going to be in jail with those people. So how long will he last? His life he won't have a long life in jail. And then what's going to happen to his family outside? So I would like, he put himself in a shitty position. He deserves everything he's going to get, but you know, what do you do in that situation? Here's
my evaluation of 6ix9ine, because I'm an analyst. That's my job, to analyze stuff. I always look at things. To me, it seems like he just got caught up doing blackface, pretty much, living this black culture and doing a caricature of what he thought the gangbanger is and should be. He just got caught up in that life, and he just took a step back and realized, damn, I'm Daniel Hernandez. I'm not 6ix9ine. I'm not cut out for this shit. It was too late.
I disagree, because I think he's a kid out of Brooklyn who saw a shot and he said, fuck this. I'm tired of sleeping on the floor like he was. And he said, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to sign up with the Treyway gang. I'm already running with them because if
he's
an
opportunist. He's
that's what he's in the hood in Brooklyn. Like, he was already running with them, shooting up banks and shooting up places, taking things. He got caught on camera doing it before the music really came out and popped off. He was already in too deep when Fat Joe was talking to him about, you got to chill out. He was already thinking in his head, yo, we just shot up 42nd and Broadway. Like, we can't chill. I can't tell the bulls to chill out. Like,
I think he just got caught up. He needed some friends. He's like, this black hood culture thing looks fun. He started rolling with it.
He's from Brooklyn.
I'm so you could be from Brooklyn. You could be a decent human being. He got caught up with the dumb shit because he was surrounded by it, and he was just like, well, I need friends and, you know, strengthen. A lot of this gang initiation.
But saying blackface and all that stuff's kind of ridiculous. Like, because he's of the culture too. You can dissect all you want, but he's Puerto Rican.
But he says nigga.
He's disrespected.
But he says nigga, and
but a lot of Puerto Ricans and a lot of Mexicans.
He's Mexican. He's not Puerto Rican.
He's half and half.
And here's the thing, also, not all Puerto Ricans are black. Not all.
That's fact. Not all Puerto Ricans are of African. There's Afro Latinos, but
yeah, but he's not the only like Mexican kid. I'm not saying it's right, but he's not the only Mexican or Puerto Rican kid in New York or in the States right now saying nigger. Like, y'all ain't
the problem. Like, why are we giving everybody free passes to say nigger?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't like running around stopping them and saying, yo, that's not right now. He grew up his whole life saying that word, calling himself that. Like, it's not like he just said, I'm gonna make a track and I'm gonna throw it in here. Just why not?
To me, it just seems like some. It seems like some Majora mask shit. He put on the mask of a gangbanger.
I was in Crown Heights. I was staying in Crown Heights. No, I was staying in Crown Heights, and I heard this guy saying, You're gonna leave me? I'm a real nigga. You gonna leave me for him? You got my baby. You gonna leave me for him? I'm a real nigga. I looked out the window and there's a Jewish guy yelling at his Jewish wife or girlfriend with the carriage.
What the ass?
Oh my God.
Crown Heights, New York. So it's like,
can we talk about how Jewish?
And he's calling himself a real ass nigga. Like, you gonna leave me? I thought.
God.
Like, what did you think they were? Right? That's how, like, it's a culture that you're not around. So you're looking at it like, oh, this kid's doing blackface. No, he's raised in a area of America where they're calling themselves that. They grew up.
I think he just adopted negative black stereotypes and ran with it.
They look up to like the big L's.
He looked up to negative black stereotypes and ran with it and profited off of it.
That's true. That's true. But it's the culture they grew up around. He's not saying it as a negative to put down. He's saying it like that's just how they talk.
No, I'm not saying it as a negative to put down. I'm just saying he saw that blackface, and he ran with it.
Nah, I just think he's from.
Here's the thing. How come if a black person is raised, like let's say like a black person is raised in Mexico, or let's say a black person is raised in Japan, you're not going to see a black person taking on a caricature of an Asian person, right? Or of a Hispanic indigenous person.
You do? You're not going to see a black one dressed like a geisha walking around Japan.
You do. You see that. If you look at vlogs of black guys, well, because it's not here in this part of the hemisphere. But if you look at black guys, if you look at vlogs of black guys in Japan and shit, they're like idolized. Like they're like, what the hell? I just went to Japan on a trip. Now I moved here because they fucking love me. You know, like, or they take another road where they're like, they love they love the Shaolin Temple stuff. So they make Wu-Tang Clan. Ain't nothing to fuck with. They make a whole group.
That sounds like a fetish, man.
No, yes, but that's Wu-Tang. Like what you're saying is Wu-Tang. Exactly. So, and that we're not looking at that as bad, but that's the same thing.
It's a great conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm having
I think the difference is that black culture is allowed to be everybody's but black people. And so anybody can easily say, I identify as a black person because I grew up in this neighborhood, because I'm oppressed. When we know darn well that's not what it means to be black.
Absolutely.
But because
I think black culture is too inviting. Like we're way too inviting to everybody.
Exactly.
We have our golf.
I've been saying that.
Our golf places with the exclusive passes to be able to get in. We don't have no walls up to say like, okay, yeah, you can't just run. We've been teaching blues and jazz to all different cultures. We've been teaching rap, 16 bars. We've been teaching the breaking the atoms down to whoever wants to hear it. Because we don't, like a lot of blacks don't value the things that we have. When we have calypso music, the calypso artists start dissing the soca artists when the soca artists are just trying to live. Just like you got the Bobby Smurters who are hungry in Brooklyn, who are just making songs and the cops are trying to arrest them. And they're making hits for their hood. And then the hit blows up all over New York and then all over America. And people are like, yo, this guy's a real criminal. It's like, yeah, well, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
I get what you're trying to say, but
value of himself, and that's the problem. Right. We're way too inviting, like way too open to be, yeah, come on in. And we don't even have ownership over it yet. Just like how Carlton doesn't have ownership over the dance. And he's like, yeah, I'll teach you the dance. Because he's not thinking about, oh shit, I got to monetize this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
but then you're absolutely right in a sense of that's how capitalism exploits people, right? Because black
then you
people.
get mad at Steve Harvey. So, I don't know.
It sucks. It's something that we have to bring. Right? But then we also have to realize that, think about it, you have to have money to live, right? You have to have money to have a place to stay. You have to have money to eat. You have to have money to be alive. So that's why it's so easy for people to give up their culture and their rights, especially African Americans who have been here for years.
Yeah, when someone says, I'll give you $1 million loan, it's like, you'll give me $1 million? $1 million? It's like, hell yeah. It's like that $1 million is a loan and you got to pay it back. And then you got to pay for all the studio time, which is like, 100, 200 grand. You got to pay for the video.
360 music deals. Yeah, exactly.
And they don't. They're like 18-year-old kid. They're like, fuck, I get a car and $1 million. Okay, for 2 songs I made. Fuck yeah. When will I ever get this opportunity again? I was working at Target. You know, like. Right. So it is a problem, and it's good that we're seeing a change, like with the Jay-Z's and the Puffs that did wrong before, and they're trying to put this culture on the right turn right now by saying ownerships, owning it and investing in owned, you know what I mean? So that's what they're trying to do, and I like seeing that.
Yeah, Puffy did a 180, man. Puffy was a complete piece of shit.
Yeah.
Until the late 2000s. I'm just like, Puffy has done a complete 180, man.
How old was Puffy when he got on?
Early 20s, right?
He was younger than that. Puff was like 17 years old. He got like a record deal for like fucking $30 million. He went crazy, of course. And he went crazy, man.
Yeah, I like new Puff. 90s Puff?
Yeah. But back to the point though, like we gotta take more value in what we create.
Yeah.
Like once we realize we create something, like I notice we create it and then we just leave. Like we're like on to the next thing. Like we create life and then we're like on to the next. You know, like we create the lightning in a bottle, and other people are like, how did you make that lightning in the bottle? You know, but
because black people are the gatekeepers of cool. We say, hey, this is cool.
Well, we gotta like put the legal laws down and be like, yo, this is what it is, and it's copywritten. You know, before other people were like, oh shit, he taught me how to make it, and I know how to copyright. My uncle does copyright law. He's a lawyer, so You get what I mean? Like, we got to have all across the board. We got to have educated black lawyers. We got to have musicians and entertainers that we already have, but we got to have educated
to that uncle
engineers.
Right the Baccannal real quick.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's
saying.
why I'm not mad at Monique, and I'm not mad at what's his name? The other comedian.
Steve.
Yeah, because like you got to have, his point is like you got to have money to fight, or else you're just yelling, and you got to have property.
Then, because that's the only problem. He not doing nothing. He's still tap dancing. And he got 200 million.
Steve does a lot for the black community, for black men with different programs he has. But then he contradicts himself with stupid shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing that's happening right now, and we're at a good position in the world to be able to see all this happen and be a part of it.
Real quick, Ashley, before we let you go, I want to get your thoughts on one last thing.
What's that?
We have this Gucci band that's going on, and honestly, it's first world problems. It's mostly affecting these rich artists and actors. How do you feel about that? Because it's up to them. We're not the consumers for that. Right. So what are your thoughts on that, real quick?
So this is hard because you see T.I.'s video and it's easy for you to say, yeah, don't be buying Fendi, Prada, Gucci. But me and my friend had a conversation about this the other day because she was like, I like Gucci though. Mm-hmm. I like Prada though. Mm-hmm. And you at the end of the day, you still got some pants from H&M. You still got some shirts from Forever 21. Mm-hmm. And they all do the same thing. And if they don't do it publicly, you know that they all think that way about you. So I would say I understand boycotting because it's like we can't stand for this, but we stand for a lot of crappy things, right down to going to Walmart. I think it's more so putting that money into black businesses, black fashion designers, rather than even talking about Gucci or Fendi anymore, because speech is power. Writing things is power. If you don't write about them, you don't talk about them. But my friend, she like Gucci, so.
Yeah, I got these track pants that they're not Gucci, but they're the Gucci color, like the green with the red stripe on the side. I didn't even rock them yet. And I was like, this whole thing happened. I was
can't even wear it.
Damn it, I can't wear these things no more. This sucks. And I spent like $20, $30 on those. Imagine if I spent $800 on those.
I've been mad. Yeah. Let me get a quick rant out.
I told me no.
Let me get a quick rant.
I get it. We got to.
I've been waiting for this one, case. So let me get this rant out.
But let me just finish my thought. We definitely got to put the money back into our own and see that flourish before giving money to other companies that don't even give a fuck about our dollar. Because boycotting it, they don't care about the black dollar buying our shit. They care about influencing people with black people wearing it.
Right.
And you probably give it to for free. But they're not banking on us buying their stuff. They have the whole European cultures buying their stuff. They don't need us at all to boycott. So us just being aware of the hatred and this shit is important, and then being like, you know what? Okay, that's cool. You got me. I got your tea, but I'm gonna go buy this from now on. I'm gonna go buy Pump Chasers brand. I'm gonna go buy black-owned businesses instead brand, or different things of different cultures, different things that I like. I'm gonna support that instead, not just black or just what I mean. But yeah.
All right, let me get my rant because I have a solution for this too.
What's the solution?
All right, because I've seen it done. It's been done in the 90s and it was done right. So this is what you do. You do boycott it, and then you invest in black fashion. Now, you got to promote that black fashion and try to bring that black fashion to the forefront of the Pradas and the Guccis. So you do that via social media. Because you look at the 90s, LL Cool J made FUBU who FUBU is.
Yeah.
So you get these black clothing lines, and you get the Cardi B's, you get the Migos, you get these big names to start pushing that on their social media the same way that they push Fashion Nova. They need to push these black brands on their social media, and that's how you bring black clothing artists to the forefront of Gucci and Prada. Problem solved.
Yeah.
It's a matter of them doing it.
Yeah, also support Fenty Savage, her bra and panties line.
I look like a pervert if I go buy on all that stuff. Why does this dude keep buying my panties?
I support black businesses.
Just want to smell them, baby.
This got spy panties every week.
I mean, I have friends who sell their underwear for a nice chunk of change.
Hey,
So,
See, why aren't you doing that and buying a Switch?
smart.
That's a hustle. I ain't mad at that.
I don't even know. I didn't know about it. Who wants my
I saw
dick
that
sweat?
on
Who wants?
Orange is the New Black. I think they did that. They're selling their stuff from the jail or something like that.
I can only imagine the consumer of that. He's like, "Ooh, finally got like they're checking their tracking order and everything. Just like, oh, it's finally here. Happy as hell to open and smell some draws.
Yo.
Like, oh, this one's moist.
You're right. Men don't really have that much power. If they so desperate, they buy it.
Exactly. I told you. I proved my theory. If you can sell used panties, because women ain't gonna buy no dick juice, no dick juice draws. They're like, hell no. I'll go find some idiot at a bar.
Yup.
Nobody paying for that, but man, they were like, oh yeah, I'm about to order that. They track the shipping number every week. Oh my, it's almost here.
Gotta take that in before breakfast.
I got them Ashley H draws. Oh snap, that's a business.
Gucci put out a statement though. Gucci did put out a statement. They say following the recent unintentional clothing jumper incident, Gucci announces the first 4 initiatives to a long-term plan of actions designed to further the culture, diversity, and awareness in the company. We accept full accountability for this incident, basically saying we fucked up. We're grateful for Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan's a dude from Harlem who used to take the brand and cut it up and make it look fly and build attraction to Gucci. And they used to boycott him and say, stop doing that to our clothes. Now they hired him and they said, help us be fly. A couple of years ago, they did that. So now they're hiring talent. They want black talent in there. They want to hire global and regional directors for diversity and inclusion. They want to hire multicultural design scholarship programs. They're starting multicultural design scholarship program. They're doing diversity and inclusion awareness programs, global exchange programs, and yes, they're saying more and more. There's more on the Dapper Dan Instagram where he's posted it.
But this wasn't an accident. Like, you take, like, marketing is so well thought out and planned that the boardrooms are sitting down. Yeah. Several people saw that.
This is brand new.
Okayed it.
I still don't know how to feel about that, but because I didn't fully read it. But yeah, they it seems like they're trying to do something. But like you said, this could be marketing this whole time.
I think it's clout chasing. I think they purposely did it to build the buzz.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, they're like, these Negroes are so fickle, they'll still buy our shit after a week.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll forgive us after a month. So we're getting the attention.
So how you feel about Beyonce wearing it, though? She had the jacket on.
When?
Oh, you know the Beehive lets Beyonce do whatever she wants.
When? Like you didn't see it. Oh,
hey, the Beehive let Beyonce. Beyonce can be out here with the KKK uniform. They're gonna say she liberated
and she had
herself.
her singers at the Super Bowl. Her 2 artists that she has signed. I didn't hear nobody talking about that.
Singing? Hey,
okay.
Beyonce could do no wrong in their eyes. All right.
I'm trying to find Beyonce.
Safe, that was before this incident. Okay, so
as I said, Beyonce could be out here with some KKK robes, and they'd be like, "Girl, she liberating herself."
I can't find the picture right now, but
exactly.
I'll put it up on our Instagram when I do find it because I saw it just
the Beehive took that shit down. They got a programmer on their team. And everything.
Hands
you will not slander Beyonce.
Yeah, she had that shit. She was in a basketball game, standing in the court. She had the long green jacket with the smiley, with the big lip face on it, that type of shit.
Woo!
Yeah.
With the Sambo face. Okay, now.
Yeah.
I saw them online. They're saying it was a clown face.
Oh, that's what it was, huh? Oh, you know what I'm talking about now?
I do know what you're talking about. I do remember that. Well, that's why I don't look at these celebrities like anything but
that's
what
fact.
they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just found it interesting, but I didn't even think about it the first time I saw that picture. I didn't even look at it and be like, what is that on her coat? I had no idea. But now that the internet fine-tooth combed this, put it to the light, but nobody shared that picture. Nobody made a thing of it at all. Just disappeared.
Because that racial history, even though Canada has its racism, still has its racism, it's not as in the forefront like in America right now, because in Canada it's so covert. They're so covert with their racism.
Yeah,
in America they feel empowered with Trump. They're just like, yeah, nigga, look at the Sambo on. You're just like, oh damn,
yeah,
I didn't even realize it was a Sambo.
Canada has this racism though. Google Hudson's Bay and like things. That
I told you,
right now.
Canada has. I dealt with it in the '90s.
Yeah, like what they used to do to natives is crazy.
Canada is where the enslaved Africans went to freedom.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, because the same racist Europeans came to Canada.
Like, oh shit, people are coming to help shovel. All right, just keep them shoveling though. It's like,
yep,
ain't no, yeah. What they did to the natives is crazy, and what they're doing right now, people can't get fresh water right now in Ontario, one of the most poppin' provinces in the country, and people can't get clean fresh water. They get a bottle of water a week from the government.
That sounds like Flint, Michigan right now.
Yeah, but you don't hear about that at all. You know what I mean? Like,
nope, you sure don't.
Yeah.
Man, they got so many ways to kill us.
Yeah, it's 8 hours north of where I am. That's not even far. So
that's sad, man.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Everything. Well, you dropped everything. But let's one last time to remind them.
Absolutely.
Yes, so my IG is Alchemist Negra. My Facebook is Ashley Bosman Allen Poe. Allen like ALAN Poe POE. I also have a Twitter too, Alchemist Negra. And my book, If the Hero of Time Was Black, is on sale at Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. I have a reading on Tuesday in Hillsborough called The Past, Present, and Future. It's about African American History Month. Yay! Nice. And I have a rap song coming out called The Mayor's Office.
And Ashley's single, so go ahead and hit her with a DM saying what's good with these females. And she'll definitely respond.
I'll drag you.
What? Just type in "what up, female" and just let the conversation go. You want something to drink?
Oh my God.
Oh Lord! But all seriousness, you HBCU brothers.
Okay.
I already put that in the atmosphere. I need y'all to step up. Okay, I need my HBCU brothers to step up.
That Winston-Salem, is that the same thing?
Yeah, HBCU is a historically black college university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So back in the day when we weren't allowed to go to UNC, we had to go to WSSU with other schools. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ashley needs her brother from one of them fine establishments.
Because
these University of Carolina guys seem very rapey. What's in the water there?
I don't know. It's the South, It's a PWI.
HBC brother wouldn't have did that to you. He would took you to Bojangles.
We'll see.
He would took you to Popeyes and bought you a drink. Because them biscuits will choke you.
I'm a vegetarian, so I wouldn't have been able.
Oh, you vegan? Or just vegetarian?
I'm vegetarian. Vegan's kind of hard for me right now.
Vegan is very hard. I can't give up cheese. It's so hard for me.
Eating veggies.
They got some vegetarian brothers out there.
Yeah. I mean, they ain't gotta be vegetarian. That's not a thing.
All right now. No, I just gotta be careful I don't get you in the hotep.
Yeah, oh my God, please.
My queen.
Right, no. I mean, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who believes in polygamy, but I do not. So if you try to come to me with that, no, it's not gonna work. I mean, not so much believe, but practice. I don't have nothing wrong with people who practice it.
That's too much stress. I one wife.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, I can't. That's too much.
Good. That's too much stress, man. I'm old too. My back be hurting me sometimes.
One's enough.
Nope. I'm tired. I'm tired of it right now thinking about you.
Feeling a headache from a cousin right now.
It's all fun and games until you got to clean. Clean the house, clean this. And then their menstrual cycles will link up. So they'll be both of them be mad at you for doing dumb shit. Hey. Why your dumb ass still playing Zelda? Man, look. Might turn you into a villain. You might start saying the word female after a while. Oh, Lord.
Well, different strokes for different folks, but not my stroke.
Yeah.
No hotep strokes for Ashley. All right. Well, Ashley, it was a pleasure having you on the show. You were great.
Yeah, it was great.
Anytime you want to argue with me, you are free to come on the show.
Awesome.
You can argue with me on Instagram or you argue with me on the show. Never works.
I'm ready. Sorry.
Now, do you have a YouTube yet? Because I feel like you should be doing that poetry on
I
YouTube.
do have a YouTube.
Okay, go ahead and plug that.
Yes. So my YouTube, you can find me at Alchemist Negra. I talk about a bunch of random stuff, but I also do tarot card readings from Legend of Zelda.
Snap, Miss Cleo, okay?
Calm me down.
Calm me down. You have a fake West Indian accent. Hey, calm me down. Oh, man.
Wow.
I don't know what to say after that. I think that's a perfect exit right there. But yes, Ashley, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Anytime.
Yeah, and we're subscribed to you right now on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay! Look at Casey being proactive. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. All right, Ashley, I'm about to drop you from the call real quick.
All right, peace.
Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Great having you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. That was our guest, Ashley. Let's we can do some quick. I can do quick reviews real quick, right?
Yeah. Just do a quick thing.
We'll do some rapid fire reviews. Let's see how fast I can do this. All right.
So you saw Lego Movie 2.
Yes, I saw Lego Movie.
You know, I still haven't seen Lego Movie 1 or that Batman movie.
Batman was okay. It was good. Lego Movie 1 was really good too. Let's drop a quick trailer for Lego Movie 2.
Once, everything was awesome. Now, everything is bleak.
Hey, Lucy. I brought you coffee.
Coffee. The bitter liquid that provides the only semblance of pleasure left in these dark times.
Oh my goshness. Did I interrupt you brooding just now?
Times have changed. You need to change with them. We have to be tough and battle ready.
Look, a shooting star, make a wish.
Oh no.
Hurry, the door is slowly closing.
Oh, the pain. It's getting so cold.
Emmett, what are you doing?
Hooray!
See, that wasn't so bad. Nothing got in. Ah, something got in.
I'm General Mayhem. Bring me your fiercest leader.
Lucy!
Emmett!
Lego Movie 2 kind of follows the same beats as Lego Movie 1. The movie takes place about immediately after the first movie, and then it does a 5-year time hop. Now, the premise of the first movie is you're seeing, it's kind of like a modern day Toy Story. You're seeing this character named Emmett, who's supposed to be the master builder. He could build anything out of whatever he thinks of. He comes up with these crazy ideas like a double-decker couch.
Is that the main character or the...
That's the main character played by Chris Pratt.
Oh, okay.
So the antagonist in the first movie was Will Ferrell's character, who was Mr. President or President Business. Let me see if he was all business and he was the president.
Yeah.
And he was trying to use some tool called the Kraken that was to keep the city still and they wouldn't be able to move.
No growth.
So you're seeing it from a toy perspective. Midway through the film, it shows you the people, the humans, and it's the son playing with the dad's toys. And the villain, Will Ferrell, was actually his father, and he was using some type of glue, and he was basically making adult Lego figures, and he had his own set that he didn't want the son to touch, and he gave the son like some little junky toys, like, you play with those right there.
Oh,
That's
shit.
about Legos. And the premise of that was basically the father learning to, these are toys, let my son play with these toys as well.
Okay, that's kind of dope.
That was the
that's why I got so much ratings. Okay.
Yeah, that was the dope thing that they did with there. So by the end of that movie, he's like, you know what? Since I let you play with these toys, I'm gonna let your sister play with these toys. So it goes back to the toy perspective, and you start seeing these crazy ass like colorful characters because it's the sister now. So you're seeing all these like cat people, and they're like, hey, pichu, pichu, pichu. You're like, oh shit, it's the sister now. So the movie now in the second movie is taking place as the sister is now being integrated and she's playing with the brother. So you're seeing all these crazy, weird toys that the sister's coming up with, fighting against the brother toys. And it's a 5-year time hop which causes it to become like a wasteland. It's like Mad Max because there's a battle between the brother and the sister, and you're seeing it through the toys' perspectives, and it's also showing you it from the brother and sister perspective.
Oh, okay.
So that was dope.
Yeah, it's not. So part 2, how do you feel it compares to the first movie?
To me, it
didn't have that big
treads
twist
on the,
like the first one.
It treads on a lot of the same beats as the first movie, including the jokes. The big joke in the first movie is a song called "Everything Is Awesome."
Yeah, I remember that song.
They have "Everything Is Awful" in this one, and then they also included another catchy song called "This Song Is Gonna Get Stuck Inside Your Head," and they just keep repeating those words. It's just, "This song's gonna get stuck inside your head."
Oh, they didn't get the
they didn't
get the copyright cheesy for the song "Goes On and On, My Friend." That one.
Yeah, pretty much.
They didn't get the copyright.
They're just like,
they had to make their own shit.
We're gonna come up with a little something of our own. So that was all right. My son didn't really giggle at that. Batman, played by Will Arnett, is always fun. Elizabeth Banks as Wild Style is kind of just there. Chris Pratt did a good job. He played 2 characters.
Oh, so was the Batman character? Is it after the Batman Lego movie?
Well, the thing is, in the Lego movie, they showed you that there's different universes.
Oh Lord.
Like, there's a DC one, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What I like about the Lego movie, they also bring in the same voice actors sometimes. So they had Aquaman go, yeah, and I looked up the voice. I'm like, oh shit, it really is Jason Momoa.
That's funny.
Woo, yeah. Like he's that same idiotic Aquaman, but in Lego form. So that was dope. But yeah, the order for it is the Lego movie, and then the Batman movies in his universe. And then the Lego movies kind of in that same. So it's basically, to me, it seems like it's just stories that are told as the boys playing with the toys.
Okay, but it doesn't have a big twist like the first movie has that big twist.
This movie did have a twist.
Oh, it does. Okay, don't spoil it then yet.
No, I'm not gonna spoil the twist. But before the twist, I kind of got bored. Like I was kind of because they were retreading so many familiar grounds from the first movie. It was kind of like the opposite of the movie Glass. The third act was the standpoint for me. Like the third act was like, oh, okay, this is interesting what they really did.
So bad pacing, kind of on the movie.
Yeah, I believe there was bad pacing. I do like the addition of the new character Rex Danger Vest, and it's a play on Chris Pratt because he's an archaeologist that has dinosaurs. That's a space pirate.
Yeah.
And there's also his character so it's pretty much every character
Jurassic
Chris Pratt
Park,
ever played as one person.
Yeah.
So he's doing double duty. He's playing Emmett and he's playing Rex.
Oh.
And it's good. They tread on some Back to the Future grounds and a lot of things in there that I like. So
okay.
I thought it was a solid sequel, but not as good as the first movie.
Okay, I'm gonna check out the first one. The Batman movie is on Netflix. I put that on my list. I'm gonna try to find the first one somehow. I'm sure it's around.
Like Shannon Tatum does the voice of Superman, and Jonah Hill does Green Lantern's voice, and they're always arguing. because they kind of like treat Green Lantern how they used to treat Aquaman back in the day.
Yeah.
And they're like, where's Green Lantern? We left him. He's like, how'd you guys miss me? Like I literally glow. I'm a lantern. Like, so it's that snarky Jonah Hill remark. So I give this movie a 7.5. It's the first movie to me is in the 9s. It's like a 9.
Yeah, this is just a good watch though.
But this is a solid watch that it's the same. If you're seeing the first movie, it's pretty much more of the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's my review on that.
Nice.
7.5. Second movie I've seen this week that I'm going to do a quick review of.
Yeah.
Happy Death Day to You.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you saw that.
Sure did.
You're up. I folded your pants for you.
No way.
Dude, did you hit that or what?
Ryan, I'm back.
Underlay people!
Who's this crazy white girl?
Same day! Everything's different this time. Now, the killer is coming after all of us. That means I'm gonna have to die over and over again to save all of you.
Damn, this is crazy, man.
How did you like that movie?
That wacky ass movie was all over the place. Now, what I did enjoy about the movie is it's very self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be situations where she's like, I'm not gonna do that because that's dumb and I'm gonna die. But where the movie kind of lost me was they were trying to do some Back to the Future stuff, and it started treading on the grounds of multiverses. And at that point, that's early in the film. That's like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Once it started touching on the multiverses, my wife checked out. She's just like, this is The Flash. She's like, to me, it was like a long episode of The Flash.
Oh boy.
And not even a good episode. It was a solid episode of The Flash. So it's talking about a lot about multiverses. The first movie, she was able to get out of the loop. And this movie, due to an event, it put her in a different loop where she's in the same situation, but everybody around her, everything's different. So this is not a spoiler, but her mom's alive in this one. So she's plagued with, do I stay in this universe or do I leave? And that's the premise of the film, is basically, because the first movie was a mystery of who's killing me. And this movie, the whole who's killing me thing kind of takes a backseat. And it's more so,
do I stay here?
That's
interesting. That's pretty interesting. How does it fare to part one? Still like part one better? Or?
I like part one better because this one had some pacing issues.
Felt like it was doing a lot.
Yeah, because it focused so heavily on her trying to make that decision of if I should stay here, that the whole horror aspect took a backseat. And then later on in the film, it's just like, oh yeah, we're a horror. Let's try to figure out the mystery of who the killer is.
Yeah, okay.
So the whole, because the first movie, the biggest thing to me is the comedy and the mystery of, wow, who's behind that mask? Who's the killer? But in this movie, that takes a backseat into like the last 30 minutes. It's like they focus so much on her making the decision if she needs to stay here or if she needs to go, and that the last 30 minutes are just like, oh, let's figure out this mystery real quick, who the killer is, and then make her make that decision.
Oh, okay.
So you're watching it for the mystery of who the killer is, but you're dealing with the pacing of her making that decision if she needs to stay in this universe or if she needs to go. So to me, due to the pacing, I have to give this movie a 7.
Well, not bad. That means it's all right. It's a good watch.
Even though the runtime for it's not bad, it's about an hour and 20 minutes, it felt long. It felt long because she's just like, oh, do I need to make this decision? Well, if I want to change this decision, let me kill myself. It's just going over and over, and you start looking at your watch after a while because you're like, I want to figure out who's behind this mask, but she's over here having a dilemma about if she wants to stay or leave.
Yeah.
So if you're emotionally invested with the character from the first movie, I'll understand you like giving it a higher rating because you're like, oh, that's cool that she's meeting her mom. I wonder what she is gonna do. But if you're seeing it from just the second movie, you may not have that same attachment to the character.
Yeah.
And you'll just be bored. Just like, okay, I want to know who the killer is. I don't care about this decision. Like, hurry up and make a decision.
Yeah,
and
like
then figure out who the killer is.
Yeah, I didn't see the first movie, so when I saw this, I was like, oh boy, this is a lot. Then, like, I'm not gonna know what the hell's going on in this.
Yeah, they have a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
Because she figured out the entire mystery of the first movie. And they expect the audience to know that. So you're going into the movie saying, oh, I know this person's the killer. Since she's in this time loop, she should just go ahead and off this person. Bam, she's good to go. But since this is a multiverse, it's a different universe, the killer's different. So she needs to figure out that mystery. But she's just like, oh, my mom's here, so let me stay here.
Yeah. Huh. That's an interesting dilemma, though.
It's interesting. This movie it's whatever you get out of it. So if you enjoy comedies that don't take themselves too serious, this is for you, because the horror really takes a backseat. The first movie has more horror in it, and I think you would enjoy that one more. For me personally, I think you should see the first movie, and have an understanding of who these characters are before you jump into the second movie.
I'm going to do a quick review of a show that I think might surprise you, and I think you should actually give a chance and check out. It's called Russian Doll.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
I keep dying and reliving the same night.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
You seem fine.
I'm not fine. I'm questioning my own sanity. We got to take the fire escape.
I have a fire escape? I have to change my Airbnb listing then.
What was wrong with the stairs?
It's a long story involving multiple deaths.
Yeah, this is much safer.
It never lasted this long. Those things are a menace. I'm having a very hard, never-ending night. Do we know each other?
Fuck off!
Will you stop acting crazy? What are you doing?
Should I call my guy at Bellevue?
Is it the nicest psych ward?
It's definitely the closest one.
And let me answer!
I know you heard about it.
Oh, yeah, I think it's got
It's got some high-ass ratings from all these different places. So I was like, you know what? I saw the first episode, then I watched the second one, and then I ended up binging the whole thing. This show is about, it has the Groundhog Day trope story, but they do it in such a witty way. They do it in more of a roguelike video game style way, where it dives into mental illness. It's a dark comedy, and it's really done so smart because the episodes are less than half an hour. Some are like 22 minutes, some are 25. They're all under 30 minutes, but they do such a good job of pacing, moving the story forward in each episode. I honestly hope that Netflix takes this blueprint and they use it for more shows, because while this may not have the most famous actors you've ever seen or the cool comic book characters and stuff like this tells a story in such a way that it's like, it makes you want to know what's going to happen in the next episode. And you're like, next episode's like 20 minutes. I'll throw it on. So you could easily binge watch this in like 2.5 hours and feel like you walked away with the actual justifiable story to what happened in the situations. And it's dope the way they do the whole Groundhog Day thing. When they introduce more characters into her situation that deeply affects the story, it's pretty good. I got to give it its ratings. You know what I mean? So it's one of my favorite shows that I've seen on Netflix this year for sure. And that's not saying much because what did we have? Polar and a couple of other ones with the fashion artsy horror thing.
Velvet.
Yeah. So this coming out was like, it's very refreshing to see something that I feel like could have been a movie, but they stretched it out and made it into like smaller episodes. And I can honestly see this story being like done in the future as a co-op Boulder Dash style television video game thing. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I honestly recommend it.
All right. Next on our rapper review is my review for Doom Patrol. Drop that drip.
You're all at my mercy.
This isn't real.
No matter how hard I hit, where I hit, what I hit, I can't feel pain.
You're as afraid as the rest of us.
You're kidding me!
Alright, so I gotta say this. DC, if y'all listening, this is what you should have dropped first. Said Titans. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a review. It's a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
So let me go ahead and raise those expectations. Now, the cast that they have a fantastic cast. So the villain of the show is played by Alan Tudyk. You may be familiar with his voice. He does a lot of voice acting. He does a voice for Green Arrow on Young Justice. Oh. He's a big actor too. You may have seen him in Transformers. He's on the show. What's that space show that he was in? He was in that spaceship.
They got James Bond too.
Yes, they do have James Bond. But yes, Alan Tudyk does a lot of voice acting work. He was in the last Star Wars movie. He was the robot in Rogue One.
Oh, okay, cool.
The sassy robot that was always talking shit.
Yeah.
So he's playing the villain, Negative Man. The show opens up where it's showing you his origins, and he's doing the narration of the character. He's basically telling you that he's just like a thug for hire. Not even a thug for hire, like a base level thug, like a goon, like a Joker goon that saved up his money, and he went to a doctor to get powers. He's like, I'm not trying to be this base level dude anymore. I'm trying to be a big time villain.
Yeah.
And the powers that the guy gave him kind of like split him into like multiple dimensions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's pieces, right? He's like chipped. He's like blocked.
Yeah. So like he's all in halves and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's nobody, man. And the voice work that he's doing for it is very sinister. And throughout the whole show, he's narrating every character's origin. So from there, it quickly translates to Brandon Fraser as Robot Man, and they're showing you him as a human, as when he was a race car driver, complete scumbag, banging out the babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he becomes Robot Man, it starts hitting the emotional beats.
Yeah,
because he wasn't there for his daughter, and that he's been dead for 18 years. So and apparently got in a car accident. So he's like his daughter died too. So they're showing you him as he's transitioning into Robot Man and learning how to move his arms and stuff. And while they're showing you that, it's being narrated again by the villain.
Are you supposed to know that until the end, or is that from the get-go?
No, throughout the whole show, the villain's talking. He's like, hey, it's nobody, man. He's just talking shit about them as you're watching. And so that was kind of a cool standpoint. He's like, yeah, these losers are going to become heroes. This guy's learning how to walk.
I'm cheesed. We got blocked in Canada from this freaking DC Universe thing.
Yo, the show's great.
I am cheesed, bro. I was trying to log in to watch it. I'm like, yo, what the hell? It's just not working. I don't want a ski mask, but they're trying to force a man's to ski mask here. Like, what the fuck?
From there, they keep showing you each character's origin. The most interesting to me was Negative Man. That's the guy with the bandages all over his face.
Yeah. Car racer.
They show you, they have him like flying in the plane. It's similar to it reminded me of that ride.
Yeah, pilot.
Say what?
No, I just mixed up the two guys. He's the pilot.
Yeah, he's the pilot. Yeah,
and he goes.
So it reminded me.
He went in between, like going up into space, that linear area on Earth where you're breaking in through space. He was flying in between that, right? Is that his origin? How he
he's flying, and again, it's being narrated by Negative Man. So Negative Man's talking. He's like, this guy's handsome. He has a family. They show you like his wife and kids. And he's just bigging the guy up, telling you all these great things about him. Look how pretty he is. Look how good he is with his plane. And
boyfriend.
You see him get zapped, and he's getting his powers.
Yeah.
And he's crashing, and you see this dude, this one guy who's just like overly emotional. He's running to him. So you're just thinking that's his friend. And they're like, Negative Man has a secret of his own. He never felt like a man amongst all these men, even before the bandages. And then it flashes to the scene of him kissing the guy.
Yeah.
He was in the closet the whole time, but he had the family.
Yeah.
So that was his backstory. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think I seen that part in the trailer.
I was like, I see them taking a different turn with the character here. And that's some emotional. So he always never felt secure with himself due to his homosexuality. And even with the bandages, like he's never felt secure with himself. So he was dealing with that. I was like, look at this show being deep.
Yeah.
They don't even show you Cyborg yet. The last character they show you is Crazy Jane, played by Diane Guerrero from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Now, as pretty as she is, the character's kind of annoying to me. It's a situation kind of like the Beast from Switch. She has multiple personalities, but each personality has a different superpower.
Yeah.
So that could be good or no, because one character is like a complete asshole, and the other character is like a nice, decent human being. But each one has a different power.
People in it, right?
Yeah, so she's known as Crazy Jane.
Yeah. This I did a little research on this, and this is like the OG X-Men. It's pretty dope.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're saying like Stan Lee saw this coming out, and he put X-Men out like a couple months later, or he tried.
Oh shit, Stan Lee out here teething.
Hey, guys, what you gotta do, man? Comic book business is tough. But yeah, no, that's what they're saying. It was first the three characters, and then they put Crazy Jane in after, and Beast Boy after, and Cyborg's not even. He's a Titan. He's not even a Doom Patrol person. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the show. If they're going to leave him as Doom Patrol, or is he going to dip and be a Titan later on in Titan Season 2?
Very much could be. They haven't introduced this character yet. That's for episode 2.
Nice.
Elastigirl, I still don't understand her power. She turns into like, it reminded me of Alex Mack. Remember from the Nickelodeon?
Yeah. Elastigirl's powers is she
turns into like slime.
She's basically Ant-Man. Like she can get big and small, and she gets really big, really small. And Mr. Fantastic, she can stretch. But I don't know how they're doing in the show. Like she looks like
in the show, she turns into. It looked like she turned into a shaved ball sack. It was bumpy.
Yeah, like she has a hard time holding herself together in the show, right? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like she was shallow, and then she has to act. She's a beautiful actress. I think that's all in the comic. In the comic, I think it was like she was a beautiful, super strong actress, and they wanted to get a stunt double for her to jump into the falls or something, and then she ended up. She did the stunt herself because she's an Olympic swimmer. And when she jumped in the water, the 1960s, 1950s comic book type of stuff, it had some type of ooze under the water, and she went into her.
This was like crocodiles and ooze.
Some kind of thing, yeah. It went into her skin system, and then when she came out, she started falling apart. Is that what the show's like too?
Yeah, she's doing a stunt, and then she jumps in. There's like crocodiles and stuff.
Yeah, when
she comes out, and everybody's like, "Oh, your face!"
Yeah, when she comes out in the comic, I think she gets like super big, or she's falling apart, and then she gets super big, and she stretches, and people are like, "Oh my God, run!" You know, all that type of shit.
Yeah, that's when she's melting.
Oh, okay. So this show's pretty on point with the comic.
Yeah, pretty comic book accurate, man. They added the couple different things, like what I said with Negative Man, but to me that adds to the character.
DC's taking a big chance with this, and it seems like they're knocking it out the park, man. Are they making that 180? Are they doing the 180 we're hoping they're doing? What do you think?
To me, this looks like a 180 because even the production, the acting, Brandon Fraser, he wasn't even on anybody's like lips the past couple of years. So Brandon Fraser, he's doing voice acting because he's not in the Robot Man suit, but like he's emoting. Like you feel his emotion because Robot Man. It's not like he can move his face or anything like that. So,
yeah.
Like he has to really emote with his voice acting. He's killing it with the voice acting, man. Him and Negative Man are my favorite characters. I haven't met Cyborg yet. That's for episode 2, but
what's dope?
Yeah, it's my favorite character.
What I saw that interests me about Robot Man is like he gets other robot costumes too later in the comic. Like he's kind of like an Iron Man. Like the dude makes him more costumes, like where he could fly and shit and do all kinds of.
Oh, okay.
He has like slick looking costumes later. He's not just always in that one broke ass, you know.
Yeah, that shit
remember the last
dusty.
podcast where I was like, "Yo, how come these guys have so much other tech, and this guy is still in this dusty ass suit?" Like, hook him up.
Because I know he's gonna be jealous when he sees Cyborg.
Exactly.
Exactly. What shit is this, man? But yeah, definitely check it out. It is a weekly thing though.
Good.
But each episode holds my attention. It's not like, well, it's only one episode right now, so I can't say it's not like Titans where it's 1, 2, skip a few.
Yeah.
But
roller coaster.
this is beyond. This is not even a solid show. This is fantastic. The voice acting, the performances, the cast they have is great. The chemistry. To me, this is kind of like a mix of Suicide Squad and Guardians, but the DC version.
Good. They need it. I want to see DC successful just as much as I want to see Marvel and Dark Horse successful. You know what I mean? Like, or even Image. Like, I want to see all these things give their best work. So I'm happy that they have a show. Who would have thought that Doom Patrol would be the show that we're all like, "Oh shit is lit, bro."
Shit's great.
Who would have thought? Well, yeah, I'm trying to watch it. Gotta change that VPN.
I got you, fam. After this episode, I got you.
Gotta change up the VPN. So this is off topic, but it's on topic. How you liking the DC Universe app? Would you recommend it? Do you feel that it's worth the money? How you feel about it?
I'm doing the free week trial, but as of now, with the quality of Doom Patrol, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
I've been messing because my son loves it because Static Shock's on there.
Okay, cool. Do you see any other products on there?
Static Shock.
Yourself
they upload.
Feel like you should.
They upload the new movies pretty quickly. Like they have Reign of Superman up there already.
Oh, nice.
So I animated movies that we watch, they have up there.
That's good.
The interactive comic books are pretty good. You can pick if you want to scroll for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just sit down and hit play, and they'll just go panel for panel for you. They'll zoom in and show you different details for you. So it's like an interactive comic. They have several interactive comics.
And what do you
can just sit down.
What can you view it on? Your laptop and what else?
Your laptop, your phone, the Roku.
Roku, okay.
Fire Stick.
Fire Stick. Still needs the video game consoles, but it
needs to be on PlayStation. I guess it's still in beta where they're testing it for that, but because on their website they're saying coming to more systems. So I'm just like, I guess they're in the process of working out those kinks.
Yeah.
But to me, they should have had that done when they released it, though. That's my one flaw with this.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you want to wait for Swamp Thing, that might be a good move because you'll be able to binge Doom Patrol and Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you'll have the Young Justice cartoon, which was awesome.
It comes back later this summer.
Nice. Okay. So what else we got? Umbrella.
You want to do Killer Mike since we keep forgetting? We just do a quick conversation on it.
Yo, yeah. Let's do Killer Mike. Let's do a quick. He deserves a whole episode though, man. Shit. Killer Mike is one of my favorite fucking personalities of 2019. Rap artist, whatever you want to call him. One of my favorite dudes, man. This guy, his perspective of seeing the problem is great. His execution is comedy though sometimes. This is a show, man, on Netflix that people should definitely check out. Give the first episode a chance, and you'll see that's what it's all about. This whole show. If you like the first episode, you'll love the entire show. The way each character develops, And it's all real people. I was watching this. I'm like, this can't be real. These people can't be real. They got to be actors. But it's all real.
Yeah, man.
Shit is great, man. How'd you feel about it?
To me, I haven't had that much enjoyment watching a show of that. I don't even know what genre to put that in, but to me, it brought me back to the first time I started watching Chappelle's Show.
Exactly. Yeah, man. That's what I was going to say, too. God damn it, we're cousins. So I was watching this shit. I'm like, this got to be a skit from Chappelle, man. This is hilarious.
No, this shit was real life.
What's the kid's name? He's like, Keith, I don't give a fuck. I think you're a motherfucking racist. That part? I was like,
that guy Mario that kept doing like, Mario.
Keith, I think, was the other guy with the N-word, that dude. But yeah, Mario, man, that guy's hilarious, man.
That guy was a reoccurring character for multiple episodes.
He needs a YouTube or something, man. He could be famous. He probably does. He could be famous. He could be famous for sure.
Mario was a damn mess. New Africa was a good. There's some highlight episodes. New Africa was a highlight episode for me where he created his own country. He showed you how easy it is, really.
Yeah, he really did. But Cripicola was one of my favorite episodes where he showed the entrepreneurship and how the biker gangs can do what they want to do and become, copyright their stuff and make it a legal business from starting off being illegal. How come black companies can't do the same thing? So he made Cripicola. That was great. That was one of my favorite episodes. It was most thought-provoking.
Now, your boy Mario has an IMDb page now. I'm on it right now.
I was watching, I was like, you know who else I was watching? I was like, yo, this guy has to be an actor. He can't be really like this. But it's good that he had somebody like that, because there's other episodes where nobody's going against the grain or actually saying, let's critically think about what's happening here. But Mario was like, you know what? I'm not disagreeing, but we need to challenge some of the aspects of what we're doing. And
Mario's an actor, by the way. He got a whole demo reel up here on IMDb.
He's an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor.
Be an actor. That's how. Okay, there you go.
So good job, Mario. He out here grinding, man. He's been grinding since 2016, doing little short stuff, little short films.
Oh, okay, good. So I was like, this guy can't be real. This guy it's too much. He was going off, but he could really do big things in the future because he was hilarious.
One movie I watched, I'm not even going to review because I didn't think it was that great, even though it's getting all these awards.
That's all Killer Mike gets?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Check it out. It's on Netflix.
Good, go check it out. I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, man.
I watched pieces of it. I skipped it.
I got bored.
Fast forwarded. I was like, all right.
It'll catch whenever they would perform. It'll get my attention.
Yeah.
And then after that, I would get bored.
When he was lying to his girl, just cheating on his girlfriend, I was like, okay, just cheating. Okay. Good for him.
Because something would happen, and it would strike my interest. I was like, oh, cool, that's what's up. Let me Google that. Then I'll Google it, and it didn't happen. None of that shit happened the way.
I fast forwarded the when they made the Bohemian Rhapsody song. I just fast forwarded to that part.
They made it seem like he performed that song and went, oh, I got AIDS, I'm dead. That was not the case. He died many years, 4 years after that.
Yeah. And his face was more skinnier and more broken up. His hair was longer, I believe.
Yeah, the marriage proposal, they changed that, the way the band got together. It was just it's like a fabricated, if I was to write an autobiography about myself, I would lie and add all some bullshit to it. That's basically what this movie is.
They saw the rap movies winning with the Tupac movie, I guess you could say. But the Tupac movie and the one before that with
Straight Outta Compton was a win.
They saw Straight Outta Compton with winning with that. So you know what? Let's make some rock biography movies in that same style where we have the songs and we celebrate the music and we tell the background story. Same shit. But I didn't see why this movie deserved to win all the nominations that it got. It's a fun movie, but I just didn't think it was nominational. The dude deserves something for sure, but I didn't see anything phenomenal with the choreography or the cinematography that put it on a level to be, given.
And then the director for it is a whole pedophile. Bryan Singer is a whole pervert out here having sex parties with little kids.
It was just boring. Other than the rock show parts, like the actual performances, it was just boring. I just started fast forwarding.
And I know his life isn't boring. Like Freddie Mercury did so many things, and it's just like, nah, we don't touch on that.
Yeah, the cool part was when he went to the radio station. They're like, how does he know this guy? You know, and obviously they're friends. You know what I mean? That was an interesting part, but it had so much boring parts. It was like, what? All right.
To me, it moved too fast. It's kind of like he just say, "Hey guys, I can sing." And then if like it just like does like a time jump, they're like, "We're Queen." I'm just like, what the hell? I was like,
they wanted to get the concert.
They show no hardship.
Yeah, they wanted to get the concert off too bad. It seemed more like a comedy, even when they're struggling to get the Bohemian Rhapsody off. When the label exec was like, "Nah, I own the label. We're gonna do it like this." That seemed more like a comedy sketch. Like it wasn't that serious. Like they knew it was gonna get passed anyways. It should have been more stress and more strain from that situation. It's just a quick.
I'm glad I rented it, and
exactly.
It's a rental.
Yeah, it's a rental. Definitely a rental. Or you know what, Matt? I'd see this for cheap in the big screen, just to hear the songs in the loud. But yeah, it's definitely see it on a Tuesday or a rental.
All right, moving on to our final movie of the week. We have Alita: Battle Angel. Drop that trailer.
I do not stand by in the presence of evil.
She's threatening the natural order of things.
Tonight is not a game. It is a hunt.
I need you to destroy
The girl called Alita.
You made the biggest mistake of your life.
And what's that?
Underestimating who I am.
So you just saw it yesterday. I saw it on Friday. So, what do you think?
I think it was cool. I like the fight scenes for sure. The story's pacing. It got a little bloated during the end of the second part of the movie, like the second part of it. It started to get bloated. I was starting to forget, like, what the hell are we battling for again? Like, what is this all about? And they didn't even get to the part that I wanted to see them get to. So I was kind of like, oh man, they're trying to stretch this shit out. The bad guys were kind of like, They seem like, the bad guys from Ninja Turtles that they beat up. Like, just those. Yeah, like, they just seem like those, like, just regular ass bad guys. And I was waiting to see the cool bad guys that they didn't show in the trailer. But no, they showed all the cool shit in the trailer. So it was like, all right. They pretty much showed the whole damn movie in the trailer, so that kind of pissed me off.
My thing with the film, I felt like none of the bad guys really posed a threat.
Exactly.
I always felt like she was capable of whooping everybody's ass. I was waiting to see like another character that had the same powers as her, where she would really have to push herself.
Yeah.
But it seemed like she just whooped everybody's ass.
I was watching this, I was like, oh man, I hope Miss Marvel's not like this. Like, I'm enjoying this, but this feels like what Miss Marvel's gonna be. Captain Marvel.
Somebody just beats everybody's ass, and you're just like,
she's OP.
Anybody gonna pose a threat?
Challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't challenged really.
Yeah, like her boyfriend seemed like he was only into her for the robot parts. Like, he didn't even look her in her eyes at first.
Oh shit!
He was just looking at the robot. Yeah, he was just like, oh, what parts is he? Just feeling up the robot arm. He's like, oh my god, what's your name? Like, he didn't even look her in the face. I was like, what the hell? The movie was entertaining though. It's a good movie to see in 3D, and to see the action scenes were great. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie. I had a good time. It's just I wish he had more to compete with in the movie.
Now the story, like, I would be interested in one plot, then I'll jump into another plot. Like, it was a plot of, who am I?
Yeah.
Now I'm a bounty hunter. Now I'm in Motorball. Like, what? Like, it was just like, okay, like, which plot are we gonna stick with? So it would hop from plot to plot, but that's very manga anime like. You gotta remember, this is a manga from the 90s.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, honestly, if you try to transition Dragon Ball Z to live action, it's gonna be jarring just like this movie.
Yeah, but I'm glad this movie finally got on the big screen like this, because I'm hoping to see like a real Dragon Ball Z or a real, like Baki the Grappler in the theaters.
Get
like
your
with
Dragon Ball Z, the live action done well. Like, it's gonna be 30 minutes of.
I'm hoping to see them do it in a proper way where it's actually watchable. But
yeah, like that movie 3 hours.
Like there are things that I was hoping was gonna happen, but it didn't, because they alluded to things but they didn't end up ever showing it. So she looked cool though. The 3D looked cool.
3D looked cool. The acting was done well. Alita was played by
the actors
Rosa Salazar.
Yeah, she did a great job. She had that innocence in her. It's very Pinocchio-ish.
Yeah, it was like Pinocchio if he could whoop people's ass.
Yeah. What else is there? Mahershala Ali killed it.
Ali.
He's not getting the props he deserves, because he did no spoilers, but he does character switches in this movie. He'll be more stern and stiff, then he'll go into this smooth asshole-ish guy. You know what I mean? So smooth. That's acting, man. He was doing that switch shit there. You know what I mean? Without making it loud and extra, which I appreciate it. That was good acting.
Christoph Waltz to be played the same character from Django.
Yeah, he was the same guy.
He was kind of just overseeing her, don't do this. Okay, now you can do this.
Yeah. He's I'm not gonna allow you to do this. But I'll
Jennifer Connelly to me was kind of a waste. That's his wife, who was
just the face.
She's kind of just am I good? Am I bad? Let's talk about her boyfriend Hugo, because I'm torn about him. I felt like at times he was a damsel in distress, but other times he's doing parkour. He was doing parkour at one point.
Yeah, he really was.
So I was like, okay, he's capable of handling himself.
But
then he'll turn around and he'll do something stupid.
But that's from the actual Magna story, so it's accurate. He wasn't didn't look exactly like a white guy like that, but he had the same bandana, the black hair, same type of thing from what I saw. So it's pretty accurate. His character.
How did you feel about the eyes? Were they distracting to you? The anime eyes?
No, because to me it played a part in the story, and plus, when I first saw it, and she's so innocent, it seemed like it was drawn at first to be a characteristics of innocence and childhood glee, you know, how they draw Kitten from Shrek, how when he's holding the hat, looking with the eyes, out the eyes, Puss in Boots, that's what I got from it. But then after the story unfolds a little more, you're seeing that she's actually a human from Mars, so she's not of Earth, so she's a little bit different. You know what I mean? So it
showed you other people like Alita. I keep calling her Alita that have the same. I keep calling it Anita.
Yeah,
Baker Battle Angel. but yeah, they show you other people from whatever she's from and whatever group she's from that have the same eyes, because I've seen reviewers where they're they don't justify why her eyes are like that, but they do that in the flashback.
They justified it because they're from Mars, they're humans from Mars, and then there's humans from Earth, and then they're both battling.
Yep.
And then they want that thing to take over. Yeah, that's how they look up there. And she doesn't realize that she's not from Earth. She doesn't know her history, so she gets little flashes here and there. But they told the story in a slick way. They had a lot to to tell. There's a lot to digest this story.
Yeah, there's a lot to cram in.
I applaud them for trying that. I applaud them for trying that, though. You know what I mean?
Did it feel like a video game to me? Because I felt like she was fighting different bosses. And she was upgrading her gear as she was playing. To me, I was like, oh, it's a game. I need to upgrade this. I got to obtain this weapon.
You didn't notice the Mega Man tributes, yo? The helmet she put on looked like a purple Mega Man helmet when she got that upgrade. That's what I thought when I was seeing it. I was
I did too. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, what came first?
That's Japanese manga culture, though.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. But it just reminded me so much of Mega Man. Each person, that one guy got the fingernail things that stretch from another robot. You know, he upgraded himself. It's pretty cool. It was a good story. I'm not mad at it.
Video game upgrade.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it though. It was a good story. I hope that they do just a part 1 and just a part 2, not try to stretch this out though.
30 books, man.
Oh, it's 30 damn books. I think it's 3 movies though. I think it's 3 movies. And they did part.
Yeah, they can condense it.
They did part 1 and half of part 2 in this. So hopefully the next movie will be half of part 2 and then part 3 all together. So she'll go to Mars or whatever and battle up there. But just the way it ended, it just seemed like, oh man, this is the end. I wanted to see something actually happen up top, you know?
To me, again, my only problem was I didn't get a satisfying battle. I thought she was going to fight somebody who was of equal fighting. as her because she's whooping people's ass in the movie. Think of it playing Zelda, and you just start playing Zelda, and you could just beat the shit out of Ganondorf right now with your main stuff without the Master Sword. And let's say by the end of the movie she gets the Master Sword, you're just like, damn, she was already whooping ass without the Master Sword, so there's no threat to her. Like, who's gonna battle somebody like that now? Like, when they're can't break her mentally. They could get rid of her memories again. They're like, oh, that bothers you? Let's delete that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my only problem with it. There's no threat. Like, I never felt like she was in danger.
Yeah, no. Even when, like, we can get into spoilers. We're gonna just get into spoilers right now. But I'm gonna say,
all right, I'm gonna say final review. I'm gonna give it a 7. A 7. No. I'm gonna move up. 7.5. I'm gonna give it 7.2. Yeah.
I'll give it 7.2.9. I'll give it a 7.5. It's a good watch, and I would definitely, if you like Magna comics and stuff, Manga comics and stuff like that, like
Magnum condoms.
If you like Dragon Ball Z and you like comic book movies or anything like that, go see this in the big screen because it's definitely dope seeing those action scenes in the big screen. That was great. The race scene, that shit was great. So I would definitely recommend seeing this on the cheap in the theaters. And if it's on Netflix, definitely check it out. It's a fun movie.
It's a very dope matinee film.
Yeah, and it's honestly it's for like if you put it in the level of like teenager movies, like it's pretty up there for that type of movie. Do you know what I mean?
Is this the best anime turned to live action film you've seen?
That's a deep question. I gotta think about that one. I don't know.
I think of this for me because I can't even think of any others.
Yeah, I can't think of any to compete with it right now. But this was done beautifully. Like, if we're gonna get animes, like I'm like this, I'm happy. Like if they made what was that, the Earthbender or whatever that was, the Shyamalan one back in the day.
God.
If that was like this,
Lord.
That would have been so much better. Like if it was like, all right, we're doing 3D when things are happening, that would have been way better. But this was great. Like the action was great. The storytelling was good. It's just a lot to digest, so it's easy to miss things. But I enjoyed it a lot.
All right, let's jump into spoilers.
Yeah, let's do it.
Start shooting.
Yeah, so okay.
I really don't know what to talk about spoiler-wise.
She fell from the sky. She fell from the top part, and her people fell from the top part too. Like they got cut up from the pipe, and they fell too. So wouldn't they be down there somewhere also?
They're probably scraps. I feel like I thought what she was going to fight was another person like her that they found.
That's what I'm saying.
They put together and they programmed
the woman
to fight her.
The one with short hair that was training her. It showed her fall from the sky like Hugo fell from the sky. Like, how come nobody found her? I thought she was going to be like the one-on-one battle she would have to do at the end or something.
And the voice sounded like Michelle Rodriguez, so it sounded like a big voice, like a celebrity voice. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, you're not gonna, hire somebody to. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a callback to that because the movie ends with her boyfriend falling. And I feel like they're going to find his body in the scraps and bring him back.
Yeah, possibly. All I'm saying is if she fell from the scraps and survived, I think a lot of other ones of them could fall from the scraps and survive. Now, I'm pissed that I didn't even get to see the city up top and see what it looks like. We just got to look at it from the bottom of the plate. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, what the hell?
I have a theory. I don't think it's real. I think there used to be people, but I think it's just that one dude with a bunch of robots or something, because he keeps scrapping body parts and sending it up there, and it's like he's just like harnessing their brain power. Yeah. I think it's just him up there by himself.
That'd be dope. I'd prefer something like that than it be just a city of spoiled brats that are chilling and watching the fights, because we don't really see anything except for him affecting the world that's under them.
I don't think. I really don't think anything's up there. I think it's just him now. I think in the past there used to be a civilization of people. But I think he got them out, and once he got them out, he just got so power hungry that I just need their brain power.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give them something to look forward to. Give them false hope.
Yeah. That was a dude from Hulk. What's his name?
Edward Norton.
Yeah. I was like...
Edward Norton. Yeah, I didn't know it was him taking the glasses off.
Yeah, I was like, all that for this? Like, all right. He's going to get his ass kicked.
Did you notice that Rorschach from The Watchmen, aka Jackie Haley, he was the big robot dude that she kept fighting multiple times?
Oh no, that's dope. He didn't look like.
Yeah, that was him. Like I was like, yo, he looked completely.
Yeah,
different.
They did a good job on the 3D. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say Isa Gonzalez. She was that robot that had that red coat. That you're like, okay, I see you with the fishnet.
Yeah, until it all comes
she
up.
Took it off and she had to sort it. Hey, I would have chanced it. Well, took that chance. Oh,
it was
man.
good. I felt like they just showed the enemy robots too quick. Like they showed like 3 at once right away. I was like, oh, dope! They're killing off these 3 right away. What's next? You know? I was like, no, that's pretty much almost all of them. You know what I mean? So, because the other ones are in the race with her, and you couldn't really get a good look or a personality out of them. They're just getting.
And she would beat them easily. Like
I did appreciate the violence. I like the violence though. Violence was a good.
They didn't show no blood though, because it's robots.
But it was dope seeing her like actually do a kick and take a person's arm off. Like shit, like that was dope.
They really pushed that PG-13.
Was it a PG-13?
I guess. Yeah, because to me it felt rated R. But when you're using like you can show oil, to slice people up and have oil splash everywhere. But if you splash blood though, you have to get that R.
That's the weird thing.
It's very weird. So the bad guy from Deadpool, Ajax, he's in this movie. He's pretty much playing Ajax again, a lame villain that's easily defeated.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna team up with her or something at the end.
I thought he was gonna be her mentor. Like I thought he was gonna be a dick, and they'd be like, you know what? Like I see what you're doing. I'm gonna join you.
He petty.
He didn't go that route.
He was petty. He got the man killed and shit. What the fuck? His back looked dope though, with the like Thailand style like tattoo type thing he had on his back. That looked crazy. But
another callback I was waiting for was the guy with the dogs.
Yeah.
So when's he gonna show up again? He killed the dog. She put the dog blood on her face.
Yeah, that was trippy. I was like, what the hell?
I was like, oh gosh, she about to avenge the Shih Tzu or whatever the dog was.
Shih Tzu. But yeah, that was dope when she got her. She made herself a baddie after when she got her actual clothing. She switched up when she got the purple on and the whole clothes changed up on her. You know what I mean? It tightened up. Gave her a little.
To me, that was an upgrade. That was a video game upgrade.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's the point of this? Like they didn't have to do that. The body could have already looked the way it had to look, but they like took the time to show. Oh, her breast got.
They gotta be perfect. They're
like, got her hip.
Look at the poom poom. Hips. Look at the poom poom form.
Yeah, I was like, what the? When she gave the dude the heart to just dip off with, I was like, this motherfucker's about to take the heart and dip. Waist man.
She was so. That's one thing about the character that was kind of annoying was her naivety.
She was so desperate for love. Like, holy, take it easy, baby. Don't gotta give your heart, literally.
The funny thing is, she looks like a homegirl of mine who acts like that. So when I was watching, then I was just like, that's. So, I ain't gonna say a name, but that's you.
Yeah, I was like,
so that was funny.
Easy. Jeez.
I'll definitely watch this. I'll buy it. It's a fun
watch, man.
It's just the pacing.
I feel like people are gonna call this. What's that movie called that Snyder did back in the day with those girls? It was a pretty movie with fight scenes that were really pretty.
No, that movie story was complete trash.
I feel like people are gonna put this in that category.
Sucker Punch? No, this is better.
It's way better than Sucker Punch, but I can see people who don't like it putting it in that category, being like, "Yeah, this is like Sucker Punch. It looks pretty."
Somebody told me that Glass was better than this movie.
Nah, that's nah.
I had fun. There are pacing issues.
Glass would have been better.
The story's not that great, but like manga stories aren't that great in general. They're kind of really basic, and you're watching it for the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about the ones from the 90s. Now you have deeper stories, kind of like with what we have with My Hero Academia. But when Dragon Ball Z started, that shit wasn't that.
When Dragon Ball started, yeah, no.
Yeah.
He just didn't know where he came from. He thought he was a boy, and yeah, it wasn't that deep. He just wanted to make some.
It wasn't that deep. This movie wasn't that deep. It just had pacing. There's a lot of stuff they could have cut and trimmed down the runtime.
Yeah.
And I think that would have benefited the film.
Oh yeah, because they introduced a bunch of characters and they ended up getting deaded off very quickly. So it was good. The scene where
if they cut 30 minutes, it'll be good.
30 minutes is a long time in a movie. It's a lot of time.
15.
Yeah, 15 for sure.
The movie went on too long though.
It didn't need to
2 hours and some change.
It didn't need to really show her playing like basketball in the streets with all those people, like learning how to play it.
Yeah.
Like that whole race stuff. I don't know. I guess it's part of the story, but they kind of could have cut that stuff down a lot. But I did appreciate the way the race ended up being them wanting to kill her and they dip out into the streets. It was cool. It was a good movie. It was a lot.
My thing is, what makes her think that if she wins the race that she's going to get sent up there when the black dude pretty much says, when I send people up there, I send them up in body bags.
That's...
Like, she should know that's false hope getting sent up there. If she wants to go up there, she needs to do it herself, like literally climb or fly.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Whose brain and eyeballs was that in the box?
That was Jennifer Connelly's
That's
character.
crazy. They should have done a better job of showing that was her. Because that happened so quick.
Because she's about to leave, and then Mahershala is like, he's like, called the goons on her.
That happened so quick. Like, I was like, who the hell was that? Because they just showed the box and closed it. You know what I mean? They didn't show them, like, take her and put her in. But I guess they had the pacing problems, so they had to speed that up. But that could have been so much more if you've seen, like, her face, and then it fades into the brain and the eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, a quick transition like that. Like, you see her looking, and then you see it fade, and it's in the suitcase, and it's like, oh fuck, they done pulled her skin right off and just put her in a box of water. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would have been way more heartbreaking. When I saw that, it was more like, oh, okay.
He's just like, who was that? Yeah.
One little transition.
How'd you feel about Robert Rodriguez's directing?
That was good. He did a great job. I had no problem with it. The city looked beautiful.
So you think the problem's more with the story, not the directing?
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It's just me, I think. It's just a lot. Because it got to a point in the movie, it was like, what's going on? Like, is she going to be a bounty hunter and that's the movie? Like, what is her purpose? Like, what is she trying to do? Does she want to be the best racing warrior, or does she want to be a bounty hunter, or does she want to figure out her past?
That's
and
my
save
problem
the entire
too as well.
World, or this little city, or is it a little city? Because they went outside of the city. Like, you see what I mean? They showed so much. It was like, what is the path that they're trying to take? And they just showed all this stuff, and then it was just all about her wanting to be the best racer, because clearly they showed she killed the guy who clearly told her the race don't mean shit. I'm killing these guys anyways. So why is she trying to race at the end?
What happened to the other main racer dude? Remember they showed you it was the guy from Suicide Squad. He was a big actor. They're like, yo, he's the top dog, blah, blah, blah. And then when she started racing, they didn't show you him ever again. Like, did he get to go up? Like,
that's what I'm saying. They should have been like, okay, that main racer got to go up. So you see him go up, and then she wants to go up. So she's trying to follow that thing. No bounty hunter stuff. And then she sees that guy doesn't really get to go up. You get what I mean?
She's following a promise right now that clearly probably is not going to come true, because she's seen the head of that whole corporation is like told her like lies.
She's still trying. Like, and then she had a memory of her whole army squadron running up the pipe and seeing the thing coming down and killing a lot of her team, and then they still tried to run up the pipe. You know what I mean? Like, she saw that there's.
She ran up the pipe to get her dumb friend.
Yeah, I know, but she jumped over the threat. Like, she could have ran up the pipe and jumped over the threats. Like, I was like, okay, just run up the pipe. Take him, run up the pipe. But instead, like, and she was hanging, holding him. She could have used her legs and grabbed his body. She could have grabbed his abdomen with her legs and then just did pull-ups to get herself up. That's why I was
My
like,
thing is, I felt like she could have fell from any height and then stabbed her sword into a building and slid down slowly.
Yeah, they didn't have enough respect for that sword.
Because that's like it's like a super magic sword.
Yeah, but they didn't even respect it enough to show, like, you know what I mean? Like, what it can really do and shit. They just made it.
Maybe she could have cut those blades with that sword, because that's how powerful that sword is.
That's what I was hoping was going to happen. I was hoping it was going to end. If they're going to end it, at least end it with her running up the pipe with the dude, like, on her back. You know what I mean? Like, do it like that. Don't go back to the races where it's like you're going back to the gladiators where they're killing people anyways who win, who are champions. Like, and you saw that happening. You know what I mean?
She's still doing it.
Yeah,
like, well,
that's why I got such a lower rating, because it's like, oh, what the hell are they doing? Why would she want to be a gladiator? She should have wanted to run up the pipe to kill the dude before he kills the doctor. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, that's why I was like, it's a good action movie, but then it had things where I was like, why are you doing that? You're too naive. Like, you have the memories. Like, I love the Link Breath of the Wild style way. Like, you know, he goes to a spot and you're like, oh, you get and she got the memory and it went back.
Oh yeah,
they did the same style. And I was like, okay, so now she's a little smarter about the situation. Like, when she woke up and she saw she had a body, that means she had memories of her not having a body. You get what I mean? When she first woke up. So that's where that's where I had problems in the movie, because it's like, okay, clearly you have a body, and you can do this fighting style that's 300 years old, yet you don't remember, you don't know anything else that to say. Don't be so naive. These people, you know what I'm trying to say?
So minus the story, the
Beautiful
art direction and the
beautiful
directing
action,
in general is beautiful.
The action was great. I would say check it out in the theater and rent it for sure. Yeah.
Matinee.
Cheap day. Yeah, man.
Cheap day. So I think this concludes this podcast.
Holy
we covered
shit.
a lot this episode.
Oh yeah, we got 3 hours here. Clean 3 hours. Yeah, man.
All right. Let's go tell people where they can reach us. You can reach us at the Bacchanal Squad at gmail.com. I'm doing a giveaway this month. I'm giving away Frank Yeager's Sword of Free. So get your iTunes reviews in. Give us a 5-star. Just know how much you like the podcast. We're going to start doing stuff on YouTube soon. We post episodes on YouTube, but we're going to start trying to do some live events on there. So stay tuned. Stay posted on that. We're on Twitter. _Bacchanal. Check us out. Give us a retweet. Give us a like. I don't know how Twitter works. I'm an old man, so I'm still trying to figure out Twitter. So wish us luck. But that is it for today's Bacchanal
episode
podcast.
71. Peace.
All right, yo. Peace.